All right. Alex was CEO for the morning. All right, I'm here. All right, chat. It's Kara. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. Sleeping Snipes, one of the ticket holders. All right, let's get some. Do you have to do it from here?
Hands on trying. Going to this final, I think the underdog, which I like it. So, wherever you go to the final, you want to be the kind of underdog mindset. We have nothing to lose.
Let's check.
They do. And we're going to fight them.
This title might mean
I'm making fun of you.
Titles. Like, I won a title, MVP in my first split. When things come too easy, you don't appreciate it as much. And this title, I'm going to appreciate it a lot.
Billy. All right.
Old school orgs
I'll find out.
To beat
Let's
us,
see.
But I joined DJ.
There it is. All right.
Won their first championship.
Yes,
I joined FlyQuest. Won their first championship. I joined Lion. I won for them as well. At this point, I feel like I'm just the nemesis of
Billy. Perfect.
OG org.
All right, we're live. I'm back. I'm here.
I'll find out.
Okay, Sleeping Snipes, you did indeed have one of the tickets. This is, okay, so here's the setup for today. This is the lower final. Let's get some sound here. The winner goes to MSI.
It's really easy.
The loser is just out and goes nowhere. So like this is okay. So basically, oh wait, I've got the sound on the YouTube channel. All right, let's get the volume off the YouTube channel. That would help. All right. So what did I just do? I don't know. I'm scrambling. All right.
Make him humble.
So G2 lost to XLG, yeah. Especially after the video G2 put out. I assume you all saw that.
And I think I'm a good example of that.
Ace Management 24, I wish you all the best. Good luck. I gamble sometimes. That was kind of spectacular. The G2 after the video G2 put out. I mean, come on.
To Tempe, Arizona.
You cannot put out a video basically trolling your opponent and then gets clapped by them. So we got a lot of fun topics today.
And we have to find our final representative.
And then tomorrow we'll have a special guest, Golden Glue, our coach for the League of Legends team, will drop by and. So yeah, G2 picking XLG, laughing when they got first pick, and then getting clapped is pretty spectacular. I was kind of shocked this morning because it looked like Foot was running over EDG, and then EDG just stood up and said, "Ha, sit down, Foot." EDG, those guys are veterans. I mean, they've been to every international, basically. I mean, they have such a long run. It's pretty crazy. I don't know what I've done over here. Gotta start this over. Alex incoming going wrong. What have you done?
And we'll see
Let's try
as
this
they
again.
go through. The Orianna being banned here. Now, you know Ryze, as far as mid-lane champions,
Let's
also
try
going to be super highly priced,
this
especially
again.
for Team Liquid, especially for Quid. Has been one of the
Okay.
really big picks for him.
All right,
there you go as
Sen.
well. The Bard also off the table. We'll
Okay,
see about
now
that.
I have the YouTube chat up.
3 out of 4 bans here at the start of things, focused on that bottom side, getting rid of
All
those
right,
supports like
I
you're
have
talking
YouTube
about.
chat up.
Moving to Varus,
So many of you in the
Orianna,
YouTube channel.
Granted,
Rob, who is
there's
winning
some
Qatar or
respect.
Switzerland.
Right now,
That
15
seems
out of
like a
10
pretty
out there.
likely
They
Switzerland
sure.
victory, but I'm not exactly a soccer knower. So I will say that's not my expertise, but I would say if I had to pick, I would expect it to be Switzerland. All right, I got the YouTube chat up. Got the Twitch chat up. All right. No one posted on Twitter that you're all alive. Thank you, Desi Cat. Thank you. Let's go. We got stuff to do here today. We got a best of 5. So the it is kind of a wild. I keep forgetting to turn the sound off in the YouTube chat. Let me fix that.
And it combos really well with like Nico engages and stuff like that.
Keep forgetting. All right.
attacking of side lanes and also look for some hard engage.
ASIM management.
Team Liquid are not afraid of that Nocturne pressure.
I'm
They're the
always
side
happy
as
to
they
give
will
out
first
advice.
pick the rods
Okay,
themselves
so
after removing
the
the
stakes
Origin
here
and
in this
Cassidy, like
match.
we already talked about.
This is a best
Get
of
in the
5.
zone.
This is at,
What are they gonna complement it with?
I think it's on the ASU campus.
I don't
You hear
know
double
if
here
the
audio?
Unity
Yeah, that's
Stage
because
is
it's my
the most
YouTube channel. I had the
popular
sound on. My bad.
reactions here.
Yumi got a little buffs a little while ago, but
No, it's
still
off.
definitely one of the most hated champions
So-
in League of Legends.
Yep.
Yeah.
People just do
Still
not
checks
like
out.
All right,
the
so
cap, but
here
you know
are the
what?
stakes.
Zaya
The
doesn't
winner
like Nocturne.
qualifies
This is
for
a great
MSI,
champion to respond
and then
to
has a
any
chance,
powerful
if they
dive.
win
Usually when you see
tomorrow, to
Nocturne,
win the
he's gonna
split
have
and
at
to
least
go to
one or two
Esports
other
World
buddies
Cup.
to dive in with him. So very
If
early
you
on,
lose
Liquid
today,
says,
you're
"You know
not
what?
going to
We don't want
anything."
y'all to be under that level of
So
pressure.
it
You
is
grab
kind
something
of
and
a
beat itself.
wild thing. And so
actually reminds
Cloud9, who
me-
used to be known as
Did play
the team
against
who always
Lion.
went on
Lion used
runs in
Nocturne
the
plus
big
Silas
international,
to actually
they've now it's
one-shot
become a
that
full
Zaya and
Cloud9
take it down,
symptom that
thinking
they
they
can't
were
make
looking for. Here we go.
internationals.
The Ash Seraphine does come
So I
out
think Cloud9's
into
last
the Zaya
7
Rakan. So
international
Cloud9,
opportunities
not
to
only is
qualify
Ash
for an
Seraphine very
international,
strong, especially if you can
they
put them
have
alongside
lost.
early on,
Sports Bear
and gives you
XXL, how can you have a
jungle vision
25
with the
stream
hawk shot.
streak?
But
That's
taking
crazy
in game
talk.
number 1 here,
I don't know if
Illustrious
I've been on
fans it out
25
for the
streams.
rest of the
Um,
entire series
All right,
against
so
Team Liquid.
let
That is
me
very
now get
valuable,
the
as
tweet
this is one
out
of the teams that
here.
has played it the most.
Now, one of the things I will be looking at, though, whenever we talk about Seraphine, we always talk about how she likes to have bruiser buddies. Xin Zhao's commonly a champion that's used as a great example, that goes in, gives her something to fire the Encore through. Now, yes, Nocturne goes in,
All
but he
right.
goes in like a ballistic missile 2,000 miles away.
Sometimes you can't follow up.
Yeah, sometimes the Encore doesn't
Get
quite
my
reach
post
the
out
seats up in the
here.
nosebleeds. You know what I mean? So
Uh-huh.
I want
I'll
to see
troll
what else they're going to
G2.
draft to help make sure this Seraphine and Ash combination.
Desi Cat
perform
really getting the
effectively.
job
But over on
done.
the Team
Last
Liquid
chance to get
side,
your Madrid
considering their
jersey
opponents
this
haven't lost
weekend.
their
So
mid-laner, he
we're
has been one of
cutting off the
APA's
orders
most
by
played the whole
midnight
split. They
tomorrow,
don't want
and
him
then
playing
we
that in
will
game
be
one.
putting the
The
order
hard engage,
in.
APS have-
So all of
APS had
you,
so
anyone who's
many
been
really
thinking about
good,
getting the order, you should get your
flanks
order
and
in now.
Vision plays with the Annie, so many good hard engages, and he does play a lot of utility for Cloud9. It's one of the big differences between the mid laners. Quid looking for more DPS, more hard carry, and APA looking for hard engage a lot of the times, a lot of those styles of champions. So still some options available to him. And since jungle has not been answered, they're going to try and take down on Jose's champion. The question is, are you going to ban the Lee Sin here
right.
by Cloud9? Even with the little nerfs that Lee Sin did get, got a couple little damage nerfs. Still very good though after the changes that he got, especially with Safeguard, really jumping him up in priority. And Jose is so extremely good on the Lee Sin.
But I also really like this Jarvan ban. You're already playing Ash Seraphine. They're very low mobility. Cataclysm can be super punishing. Jose's no stranger to that champ, so it makes sense for C9 to ban it away. They will also target the Gnar, keeping that one out of the top lane pool, as Team Liquid throws over the APA respect ban towards the Ziggs.
All right,
That can
we
be
got our
really
tweet
annoying for
out,
something like
getting
Ryze,
ready to
who's very
lock in
powerful, but
here.
limited in terms of range, so they do not want that to be the mid lane matchup they're dealing with. And sure enough, you talk about it, they don't ban it, so Jose's happy to pilot the Lee Sin here in game one.
There you go. They pick it up. He doesn't care about the small damage nerfs to the champion. Still pick it up. It has so much utility, and especially, you know, Ash and Seraphine, they don't have a lot of mobility, so you can very oftentimes get into good kicking positions with that champ.
All right, we
Here
got the
go,
tweet
though,
out.
locking down the team
We
by a
got the
very
post
solid
out.
5-on-5
I have
for
the YouTube
Cloud9.
chat and the
Finding out
Twitch
their
chat
combo
ready to
both
go.
Simon and Nvidia
G2 losing to
is so
XLG
many
after
things.
putting
You
out a
have
video.
super beefy
It's
front,
always a
another
bold
person
video when
who
you
we're
put out a
looking
video
forward
where
to
your
matches
team
here.
is
People off,
trolling your
easy to find,
opponent
the big
so
old shine
hard.
front.
And by the
Nvidia
way,
gives you a ton of wave clear. It's a
Tony
good
is
matchup
the
into
T guy.
eyes, very, very
Um,
common. And we'll see.
We
Ooh,
are the
okay,
ones
this
who
is
got
an
knocked out of
answer
champs by
up on the
XLGs.
top
I'm never
side
going to
here for
disrespect them.
Morgan once again, as he's been able to run it before.
What is the
Now,
age
the
limit?
thing-
Normally, most
into
teams,
this
a lot of
one to
orgs I
jump
think
into
are
the middle of
16
fight
right
just
now.
leaves so much
Valorant
chaos.
next
This
year is going to
guy
go to
is a
17.
problem if he cannot be immediately bursted down, and I don't see a ton of
So
extreme
yes,
burst
Z
from the
Megatron,
side.
Cloud9 has lost their last 7 qualification matches over the last 3 years.
How well Morgan will be able to
So
pilot this into Thanatos
Lion
side.
Gaming playing who knocked him into the lower bracket last week. They are waiting tomorrow. The winner of tomorrow's match wins the split and goes to the Esports World Cup along with Sentinels. So Sentinels won the qualifier. So Sentinels will be going to the Esports World Cup. It's the League of Legends is the second week of the tournament, which I think is also the second week of July.
I like both sides. The Cloud9 side is
and so Cloud9 try one last time.
But it does require some more execution. Okay.
Cloud9 trying one last time to get it done. So Team Liquid, they really want to get this run because they're the one team who most wants to go to Esports World Cup because they're one of the few orgs trying to win it, or the only North American org actually trying to win the team. Oh, you're right, Desi Cat. I thought they had tweeted.
A spot in the finals tomorrow, both on the line here for the winner of this series. As already, Jose Diodo going to receive
let's see what we got
auto
here.
attack. Not quite good blood, but you know, APA is sending a message.
Sending a message indeed, as he very often does early in games, but usually it's through the typing. APA by the way, last time he did play
here we
Nivea,
go.
You know, he solo killed Saint in this exact matchup.
Here we go. Cloud9 locking in. All right, so Cloud9's mid laner was Team Liquid's mid laner last year. They released him, and now he's come back to try and exact his revenge and knock Cloud9 out of MSI.
So long in this split, and I feel
So
like
it's
a lot
kind
of
of
times
a
teams have
wild
struggled
time
to come
here.
up with answers for how to survive the early pressure. You can see right
getting
there,
some good damage
Sven
in.
and
Okay,
Vulcan just slamming
so
these
any
early
of you who
lots
are
of
not League of
exchanges,
Legends fans or
both,
don't
in bottom
know
lane
League
and
of
in mid lane, you
Legends,
can
I
tell
will
on the
answer
health
any
bars there
question.
going pretty low, so
I give more of a
when
fan
it is
stream.
really
I don't have
volatile
insight.
like this,
I'm
having a
not.
lot of heavy trades in both mid lane and
I'm not an
bottom lane
ex Counter
gives you a
Strike
lot of
pro
opportunity for
world
jungle
champ.
creativity, and we're really early
I'm not
on,
even
so,
a highly ranked player.
There are some possibilities, some defensive
I
wards
do
appear,
have
Cloud9 both. They have
baseline knowledge,
down
and I
towards the
watch a
bot side,
lot of
and they
League of
also have
Legends.
that
I'm a
ward
big
on
fan of the
blue buff,
game.
so they know that
I watch a
Lee Sin
lot of
started
K-Drill
on this
League
red
of
side
Legends
quadrant,
streams.
and Jose is actually going to go
Which
for
anyone
the
who
early
wants to learn the
recon here
game,
to get,
like
what
watching
I would assume would be a
K-Drill's
longsword start here
LCK
to get some
VODs
extra
on
damage
YouTube
and
is
go
definitely
on
a
up to the
great
top
way
side,
to
but Cloud9, as we
because
said,
he
with that
does
ward on
know a
blue
lot
buff,
about the
we'll know
game,
that's
and
a
he
long
knows
time,
he
and has
understands
not done
draft
a
strategy.
standard,
He has the most
timing for
spectacular
his early
knowledge
clear
about
up to the
draft
top
strategy.
side.
And speaking of early recalls, Core JJ was
So,
forced back.
he
because
is
that level
definitely
1
the
trade. He
person
went-
to
had go all the way
watch
back to
for
Fountain.
that.
All he got was a control
Poke
board in his
Danube,
inventory,
welcome to the
so
chat.
Not exactly the start.
Yeah,
to the
Sleeping
lane
Snipes,
that Team
K-Drill
Liquid
is
would like to
goated.
have
And
down
the
here
thing
in
that
the
was
bot side
amazing is his
2v2.
own
Sven
team that
already
was
up
like a
more than
tier 2
wave of
team
minions as the next wave is
that
arriving, and they're
they
just
almost
continuing
went
to
on a
control the pace
crazy
of things
run
down here.
to
He
make
did
it to the
pan top real
playoffs
quick,
of the
saw Morgan has control over this lane here
LEC
early, but that's what
opening
you'd
tournament. But he was
There's
literally
a
on
lot
stage would
that
do the
goes
draft and
into
then
this
run
series, as we've been saying,
into
leading
the
up
crowd to
this
stream.
week, a lot of
There you go,
pressure
most
to
international
get
appearances,
an
but Cloud9
international
has not
appearance
been.
for both of these organizations, with Cloud9 and Team Liquid. These are the organizations that have represented us the most of any org in North America's history. 13 appearances for Cloud9 and 10 for Team Liquid. Very important to these legacy organizations, their owners, their fans, their players.
Yeah.
And so a lot riding on this best of 5.
The last time North America made an MSI final, that was Team Liquid getting us there. The last time that North America made World Semifinals, that was Cloud9 getting us there. These are not just the teams that go the most, these are the teams that also go the furthest when it comes to that international competition. And you know they've got to be hungry to get back there. For Cloud9, this would just put them that much further in the lead of that #1 spot. And for TL, it breaks the second place tie with TSM.
Yeah, and there's
So
even
Blabber
further
is
stakes
the
on the
super
line
high
because
upside,
Team Liquid, they replaced
super
APA
low
with Quid. And so
downside player.
extra
Yeah,
little
Lost
bit in
Rotonus
mid
was
lane.
so much
Ooh,
fun
nice
to
Rune
watch.
Prison sets it up here for the Sonic Wave.
Uh-oh,
APA taken low.
uh-oh.
He's sent into the A.
Okay,
but
so
the turret.
the champion that APA is playing.
Oh!
Oh,
Take enough
The champion APA is playing has Anivia.
Flowers, he gets
it has, when you die the first time, you have an egg, and then you have a rebirth.
He cleared bottom side first, but
and
he did that
so
recall into longsword,
but they immediately
back
just
from the
pounce
top
on him and
side,
kill him.
and so he wraps around.
So you can see when he dies
here is able to get
he turns into an egg and gets resurrected, but they were ready, and they just powered him down.
Walk it off since he had egg. He did not invest his flash.
Wait a second, and now Morgan got a 1v1 top. Uh-oh. This is going bad for C9 fast.
Thanatos, our top laner, who has
Cloud9 trying to make their Valorant. Cloud9 League of Legends trying to make their Valorant team
lying down
feel
the
better.
T-Law in game number 1. Flowers, first blood in mid lane. Solo Bolo in top lane.
Wild.
The early stage is going quite well.
So
for
most
this
of the time in League of Legends, you see every kill. We don't ever have to yell out for Prius. But
so
normally the top lane, usually the early game, nothing happens.
Has been farming
and
up level 6.
Therefore, they are rarely showing the top lane early in the game because they're the most people with the most health and the least damage.
So they should be able to
get a solo kill this early in the game top lane is
Jose,
surprising.
though, look at that Lee Sin on the minimap, wrapping around. He was looking for a little bit of action mid, but with the very safe play from APA, you see him hovering. He'll just back off. So no dragon start for Cloud9.
And as we wait to see where the action happens next, make sure to tune into the grand finals tomorrow, where drops will be active on Twitch. You can watch the series on the official LCS channel or any eligible co-streamer to earn a glorious champion capsule and an LCS Renekton emote.
It's Kara.
So make sure you remember to tune in.
Jerry,
one of these two teams will be playing in that one up against Lion, who will also
the other big thing for fans we'll be rolling out next week is there will be a super fan program again where you can go to Paris to watch the Valorant tournament or the Apex Legends tournament.
Deliverance from Morgan up in the top side just to maintain more control of the wave and force Thanatos back.
So we will be announcing plans for that next week. The 3 places. So if you'd like to get a free trip to Paris to go watch the Valorant tournament, I will be doing the grand finals tomorrow. Also,
stick to the script. Stack those dragons. You are
anyone who would like the opportunity to go watch the Valorant tournament in Paris or the Apex Legends team or the Sentinels League of Apex team will be competing. We'll be doing some giveaways next week. You'll have an opportunity to enter to win a trip to Paris. You just need to have a passport. Last year, a lot of people won trips and they didn't have passports. You need to have a current passport. But so John QT, Jonah P, and our captain of our Apex team, Monsoon, they will all be doing
is the most important thing. Keep your farm
Poke Danube. Thank you for the prime sub. Every 10 subs we get, we give away a jersey.
And we'll see. He's going
on both. We give the jerseys away both on YouTube and on Twitch.
He sets off his ulti, but right now he's actually hovering around before he finishes.
So we get 10 subs, we have jerseys away.
I do always want to see those first.
You know what, today though, since it is today and tomorrow,
is so annoying.
Maybe we'll give away a jersey at the end regardless, and if we get the 10, we'll give away extra jerseys. We'll do that.
Yeah, and he's got almost.
So anyway, it makes it to the end of the stream. We will be doing jersey giveaways. Alex now has set up the
it does affect your clear
code where it's easy.
That's why I think
I owe Desi Cat from last time. Okay, I'll be giving away. Fortunately, I yesterday cleared up like 40 giveaways. I got way backed up. I had a lot of stuff to get done.
Unless an opportunity.
The winner will be selected. You'll be spamming a code, but I'll tell you what code, and then Alex will make random selections. Legendary Potato King, welcome to the stream.
Anything.
Yep, the
Thunder Bat with the G2 laugh chain.
To be able to just get out of the line of sight there from Sven.
So
the Ash dodge away from the
so next week we'll be having some opportunities on Twitter where if you post some clips, so anyone who's interested in going to watch either the Valorant or Apex tournaments in Paris, first set it's the July like 7th.
Keeping things pretty close to today's interference. Speaking of Jose,
there'll be the opportunity, so keep an eye out. So go follow Monsoon on Twitter and Jonah and John, and we'll be announcing ways that you can win a trip to Paris to go watch the Valorant Esports World Cup. You get free flight, free hotel, free tickets.
Morgan with some pretty consistent.
We had some subs before I got here. Okay,
I'll go look.
I'll go look.
Doing very well with his CS despite the solo kill.
He's doing great. He's having a fantastic time up here. Losing that 1v1, never really sitting behind in terms of his ability to participate in the lane.
I missed you.
Have presence there and make sure that he doesn't fall
Crazy Ebbs said before I got here.
From the minions.
Yeah, they're making a roam here too. Look at the Rise. Rise with Realm Warp available. So Quid is going to back up Jose.
So
Jose has already found Blabber off to the side.
All right,
but Blabber
here we go.
jumps in instead, going after Morgan. They want to try to burst him down before he has enough determination to proc the ulti. Quid's making his way forward.
That
Blabber
is
has to flash away, but the Rune Prison finds Thanatos. Morgan right back out of the turret range. He's losing his determination stacks. They won't have the revive, but Jose is still waiting on the wings.
But we'll have to figure out if there's
Thanatos
a way for us
trying to make sure they can get out of here safely. Quid just trying to stop the recalls.
They're losing a lot mid right now for this.
So
Team Liquid, they committed 3 people top, and they're really trying to get something out of it.
That was kind of a big deal there.
Used mid,
Blabber used his ult. So Blabber's playing a champion called Nocturne, and it has the ability to go a long way and turn the lights out on you, so you lose vision.
C9's top laner gets himself
yes,
out of danger,
I'll do the extra giveaways today.
The time that TL
in fact, I'll do giveaways at the end of this game. I'll do giveaways.
Had from their kills has disappeared.
Yeah, APA got to push in mid lane there, get a turret plate for the Anivia. They are still going to push on top side, so they are going to deny Cloud9 some of these minions on top side, and committed a lot of time up there with 3 people, but thankfully
so we'll be doing giveaways on Sen Society, so if you're not a Sen Society member, you might want to go join. It's only $5 a month. We'll do giveaways there.
You've got 10 minutes on the clock, then, 45 seconds until the second dragon spawns. C9 took the first one without a contest
free
from
trips,
TL.
we'll call them, as opposed to the jersey giveaways. The free trips to the tournament, those will be promoted on Twitter and at Sen Society.
We'll certainly be interested
and then for those of you who want to win a free jersey, I'm going to give those out throughout the day, but I will give away one to YouTube and one to Twitch at the end of each game today to make up for the ones I didn't give away. Because last time, I was so traumatized by our loss to FlyQuest. It was probably the worst match our League of Legends team has played the whole year. So that was very disappointing because they really looked good and they had some great scrims that week, and we were really very optimistic about what they might do, and it was just one of those days where nobody played well.
A lot of champions roaming towards this area.
Here we go. This is the dragon fight you were looking for, Flowers. Team Liquid slowly trying to get some vision. The Scryer's Bloom does help a lot.
Teleport not ready
so
for
Nader
either top laner. This is an honest 4v4.
Yeah, we will.
Morgan and Thanatos cannot get involved.
There'll be a number of different places on Twitter where we'll be announcing ways to try and win the free trips. And then plus
a little bit, but now immediately they fire everything from
this is a big fight. They got to kill Blabber. Blabber's got to stay alive. The key is if you're the jungler, pretty much when you're trying to take a dragon, the jungler has to stay alive because the jungler has an ability called Smite, where the jungler can do a one-shot on the objective that no other player can. Well, they just backed off. Wow, that's big for C9 that they got their second dragon. Uh-oh, they're about to try and turn this fight around, though. They got one. They got 2.
With the egg, staying alive for now. It's not enough. Blabber falls. APA falls.
Wait a second. So the whoa, let's go. So the Team Liquid.
Jose Lee Sin strikes again, Flowers. He does let them get the dragon. He backs off because Cloud9 do a calm, good job
so
of
the Team Liquid mid laner is Rise, and their ultimate ability is they can grab a group of people, or actually grab anything, and they teleport. So everybody basically jumps on the Rise bus and gets teleported.
The Anivia. They get the extra chase down.
That was very big. So again, for those of you who aren't League of Legends fans, the key is there's 3 lanes, and your goal is to blow up the turrets. There are 3 rows of turrets along the 3 lanes,
even with the
and you need to blow up those turrets and then blow up the other team's base. Games usually run between 30 and 40 minutes.
They do a good
if they're
job
less than that, it's kind of a beatdown.
Jose from the actual objective, but then after
and so there's 3 things that you'll keep track of on the scoreboard after the replay. I'll
here's the start. Jose gets him an egg. It is critical that
Lee Sin play can be super fun.
To also get that double knockup.
In our lore, back when we were P1, Mike Young went on an epic Lee Sin game in the
but the job's not done.
first international play.
They're popping
Lee
off
Sin is
about
born
it, and
to
the critical
make
thing,
highlight
those chase
plays.
down kills you're talking about.
Okay,
at the
so
very
on the
end,
scoreboard,
Sven flashed
the
and
kill
still
count is in the
died.
middle.
Insult
That's
to
just
injury there,
it's
'cause this is a
actually
champion
not
with no
doesn't mean
inbuilt
anything other than just
mobility.
give you a
That's a giant
sense of how
target
the
on his
game's
back
going.
now.
Yeah, he probably thought
The
that
score is
just coming out of the realm warp was a little
24.9 to
bit far away,
22.4.
so it's
That
not
is
super
important. That is how much
dangerous,
gold
but
your team has
was
to
able to
buy
snipe there.
items,
Another really
weapons,
good cue from
armor,
him, and
healing,
they
and the like.
got the Sven kill
The
as well.
map
It is now
starts
5
the
huge
same
gold lead
every
here.
game,
5
but then
kills
depending
to
on
Team
what
Liquid, huge
Dragon
gold
Soul
lead
it
for
is, the
Team
map
Liquid
will
in the
evolve.
early game. And
So
that is what you need to
this
just
is a
completely
Mountain
break
Soul,
this,
which you can
this
see that
super strong
icon
on
right there, which I
5-on-5
just
setup comp
blocked
that
by
Cloud9
moving the
has.
mouse.
I've got so
It's a
much
Mountain
money
Soul,
to work with,
and
that
so
Team Liquid,
that gives you
the damage
extra
is just gonna
shields.
the damage output is
And
just gonna
then
be
when
so
it
much higher.
becomes the Mountain Soul, the
Maybe
map
that's the problem
morphs some.
for
So for
C9
each
is
Dragon
it
Soul,
wasn't
the
a
map
5-on-5, it was a
has some
4-on-4.
different
What
characteristics.
happens
But
when
in
Thanatos
general,
gets involved? Maybe that's going to be the recipe for success for them. But that's a
the
question that we'll have
maps
to
are
answer
viewed
here
as
in
being the same,
future.
but then
Right now,
they
looks like
evolve
Blabber's
once
hanging
you
around to
see
see if maybe they can make
which
something
soul
happen,
it
but
is.
Jose
So for the
Diodo
Dragons,
also trailing nearby as
up
Quick
here it
continues
shows how many
marching
Dragons
forward.
Team
Thanatos
Liquid has
waiting
none.
with
Cloud9
the
has
decimating
2. So
smash, just throws it
Cloud9's
down.
best way
Jose's
back into
immediately
this
ready.
game.
If Blabber wants to
Poor
come in, let him.
Thanatos, they're
Jose
just
is already
bullying
here
him. They're not going to be able to
first.
kill him, or are they?
Losing a lot
Wait,
of HP,
oh.
charges back in.
He went
As
back
Blabber's
in
ready to back him up.
thinking that,
Thanatos
he
flies
was
away.
not going to
Blabber got
die.
the
That was
shutdown
big,
of
but oh wait, here come the
C9.
reinforcements.
They make the outplay in the 2v2. Core JJ shows
They
up,
brought the
guarantees that Jose won't
reinforcements so he
fall
can
as
try and
well.
get
But
Jose out of
Vulcan's ready
there.
to chase. The Seraphine closing distance.
So that, they did, and he got charmed. So the Seraphine basically hypnotized him. That was big for Cloud9 to get back in the game, and now they can walk.
They draw them closer to the tower, and then
they come right over here now and take the Rift Herald. So that's a little creature over here. It's called the Rift Herald that Blabber is hitting.
C9
that character's job is you set it in a lane, and then it runs and crashes into a tower, and it'll take like half of a turret's health. And Liquid's trying to get here for some cleanup kills.
Back up to the fight here. Core JJ got to be careful. C9 making their exit, also just going to teleport Thanatos right.
And then the other thing they added last year, I think it was, where you can drive the Rift Heralds. You can actually take it and drive from one lane to another.
This time they also get the escape after the big play.
Critically.
Get the kills, get the objective.
I'm going to say I expect the Spurs to win tonight. Then I think Nick's taking it in 6.
Another look, because
that's my
this
prediction.
was a TL play that they're. You had Rakan coming too, but
so,
Blabber here is just waiting the whole time.
Thanatos came back because he knew, because Nocturne has 2 great abilities in its ultimate. One, it turns the light out so the other team can't see well. The other thing is it can teleport. So he travels a reasonable amount of, so you won't know he's there, and then also the lights go out.
He's tag on the edge this ultimate. Jose
and
tries
then
to step
Vulcan,
out.
who was the MVP of the league as a support, which is pretty unique.
Still in range.
And there he shows his MVP form. So Vulcan was the MVP
and this is,
of the spring
considering
split.
the outcome of that last play, this quote here from earlier in the split is pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, Vulcan literally said, I don't want to live in a world where
Jose
MVP,
Diodo, the jungler for Team Liquid,
by earning MVP himself.
He and the jungler for Lion Inspired.
And in that last play, also
definitely are the 3 people making the most impact on the league. Inspired, I don't think was top 3 for some reason. Even though Inspired is the GOAT who any team he goes to qualifies for an international. Like he's been on 4 different orgs, and every org he's taken to a global
TL obviously knows this, so they've got
All right, so this is a big win for Liquid to get this dragon here,
as Morgan makes sure that
because the thing that if you're
also watching through the enemy jungle,
if you're Team Liquid, your biggest risk is that Cloud9 grab that soul.
Sion is just pushing on that top tower, so.
And so by getting that Drake and stopping that, because the other problem you have is that the other team has 3 dragons, you're kind of stuck because you have to then go fight for the dragon, and so the other team has a lot of leverage over you.
Penultimate best of 5 here for the spring split. Team Liquid still with that very modest gold lead. The dragon advantage for C9. The Rift Herald, I still want to see what use we get out of that. I feel like these days you see many more Battle Heralds than you used to, so that might be one of the plays.
Valorant.
It's actually such a
Welcome
fun
to the stream. We're having some fun here to see if Cloud9 is going to stop their organizational streak of bad luck between Valorant and League of Legends for the last 2 years. For the last 2.5 years, Cloud9 has not been to an international for League of Legends or Valorant. So today's their day to try and break that streak.
or produce a lot of comedy, as we've seen people drive.
You know, in the honor
do not know how to
of
drive it.
World Cup,
Definitely
we might have to
true.
do some refreshment breaks here throughout this. So we may have to start sipping some
that they made for
sipping some Red Bull tequila here.
We'll see.
In the honor
we'll see
of
what's in the future as well. But currently,
World Cup
still holding on
turned
to it
into
there
youth soccer, where
because,
there's
as you say,
orange
very
breaks
popular
every
to
20
use it
minutes.
in team fights to be able to get someone out of a bad scenario or even make it engage for yourself.
Right now, looks like everything's just going to take a nice and slow pace for a little bit. Our top laners have switched down there to the bottom side, while the mid laners have been assigned their wave clear duties that AD carries often end up having.
So Cloud9's comp, the one issue they have is
we've got still over 3 minutes.
There's
Hey, we got the FlyQuest guys hanging out in the audience here today. They made their road trip out here, streaming the whole thing the other day.
But they're there
to be a part of the finals. Come see what's going on. And now I'm curious, Kobe, where do you think we're getting the next action happening? And even more importantly, who's starting it?
Yeah, I
Ash
think
and
it's got to be
Seraphine
a side
scale
lane
low.
play here. I mean, you've
Nocturne,
got Nocturne
not
in the
so
game,
much.
and you have these towers getting to the breaking point on the sides, getting quite low. But as I say that, Lee Sin is hovering mid, and there's about 3-4 pings from Team Liquid. Jose wants an angle for a Lee Sin kick, and you can see
SBN
the pre-existing
211.
ward.
There he goes.
The problem
but the
with
Sonic Wave
being
doesn't collide.
under
Very,
17
very fortunate
is,
for Sven there. You can see
and
Vulcan
you're seeing it
even
with the
fired off
Envy
the
this
offboard
year,
just
the
in
problem
case
is
to
if
make
you
sure
have
they couldn't
people
pull
who aren't
Sven
old
after
enough
his
to
carry.
play in the big
And now poor
tournaments,
JJ
and then you
backs
qualify,
away.
but they're
He even
not
already
there to
popped the
play,
quickness, ready
then
to
you're
follow
kind of
up on
stuck.
that. So both support
So I think
ultimates
for
down
next
now.
year, people will really be
Everybody in
focused
the
on
game
players
was
who
so
turn
ready for this
17
play
during
to
the year
pop
next
off
year.
in mid. And so they're popping ultimates, but
Hang on,
now neither
Alex
support,
giving me
as you
some
say,
information.
with both Core and Vulcan, using them, kind of expecting the actual engage, but because it didn't happen, Anivia just gets the push top side. I think Rise will get there for most of that wave, but if it is not a cannon wave, gonna drop a few of them and also allow Anivia a little roam
20
time. There
minutes
goes
from
Flabber
now,
with
we
the
get
Herald.
away. All right, so
Maybe a
he's
more
driving the Rift
standard-looking
Herald
Herald.
now.
Yeah, that's about as standard as
The
you can
one
get. You ram it
problem
into
with
the
that
tower and
is
walk
sometimes
away,
you
so
fall off
they'll
and
get
you're
some
right
play
in the
money, but
middle of
that's
the other
about it.
team. Oh
Paranoia now
no! See,
down
that's
low
the great
as
thing
C9
about Nocturne.
have found a target. They want to go
Is
after
that
Morgan.
Nocturne's
He goes on the wall
ability
there with the grim
to just
deliverance, getting himself away from
teleport
now,
when
but
you
he's
see
already
someone
down
in
to
slow health?
100 HP, and it's 100
his
too
jungler
much for
saved him.
C9. Yodo shows up and says, "Not today."
They get him out. They get the safeguard. They get the kick. They get the peel. Now you're trading mid lane for top lane at the moment. Rise
Team
thriving in the
Liquid
side lane there.
got
Quid
the first
is
turret,
very
we get
rich,
a
but mid
bonus.
lane.
And now they're going for the
Hey,
pinch.
Jen's gonna be
They
careful now.
got the
Flashes away,
pinch
stay in
in
danger.
here.
APA can't stay
Okay,
the same
oh
as the
no.
Crystallize.
Oh no.
He traps
APA put up
himself
a
on the
wall,
wrong side of
but he
the
put
wall.
himself on the
He
wrong
can't
side
get
of
away
the
from him,
wall.
and Team Liquid get the enemy
So
mid
one
laner yet
of
again.
Anivia's
down,
abilities
and
is it builds little walls.
Plenty of time for Quid to finish
He
up
put
top
the wall
side. He's
exactly
roaming
in
down.
place
He's
where
stealing
he was
Raptors
trapping
while
the
the rest of
enemy.
the team finishes up the mid lane. So no, not only did Team Liquid get the kill, but they get the top tower and the mid tower here. Now already,
Are they going to
Blast
pretend to
in
go after
start the
Baron
pair,
here?
and we're only 20 minutes.
So a lot of
More
times
than
what a team will do is
45
go
seconds
start
into the
trying to
game,
kill the
Flowers. That thing's
Baron
gonna melt.
early in the game
Yep,
just
this
to make
Baron
the
is
other
already down
team
to half HP.
teleport
Blabber is
there.
hanging around nearby. Control point over
So
the wall.
it's
Team Liquid
unclear
can
now
clear
that they're
one
this
out of the
far
way.
on it. They may
Second
just
on
decide to
Second on
flip
Blabber's
it. Oh no,
alive.
Blabber can turn the lights off, but they got it and they got the kill. That was huge for Team Liquid. Oh no. Oh no, and then they have the Realm Orb thing. Oh no, GG.
Do not press
Oh
go.
no.
Do not collect $200. This
Oh,
man is
no.
out of there. And Team Liquid, they get 3, they get Baron, they get the whole damn thing.
Oh,
That's truly
no.
going to break this game
That's all I can
open,
say is,
Flowers.
oh, no.
Team Liquid now have so much pushing power. They already had the Grubs buff. Now they're going to have the Baron buff. Let's take another look
no.
at that play. You can see
I'm
in the
gonna say that one more
picture they're
time.
getting more
Oh,
tower
no.
money. But Blabber's ult cooldown was ticking down to 1 second. It barely ticked over right when the Baron was low enough to go. So he was spamming that to go in to try and get the flip.
Wow.
But TL, not only
I
do
really
they get the
can't
flip,
believe that just
Flowers,
happened.
but they get the chase downs as well. So much extra money in addition to the Baron to empower the split push for
So
them.
SBN
Get some
211,
more
the
turret
key
plays,
is
get
just
another dragon for
go. You
themselves.
got to grind and you got to just make your way up the rankings. And that's where people will find younger
And
players.
got the most powerful buff on the map.
So,
And the one
like
thing
this
that
summer, you
wanted
can't have
to get
school
your dragon
now.
stacking to try
So
to force
for the
these future
summer,
team
your
fights.
goal has
Well,
to
the
be to
clock works
play
out,
like
but now we
10,
get
12
that
hours
too.
a day
Everything
and
is
just
going
grind
Team
and
Liquid's
get
way
yourself
now.
to the
They'll
top of
grab
the charts.
Dragon. The bottom lane tier 1 turret finally falls as Yon puts the last little bit
Oh,
of work
Toxin
into that that one. And
I
TL
looked at your
still
orders.
has
I
this
didn't think you
Baron
had
for
the
another
blackout
minute and a
jersey.
half
So, yeah,
as
I can still
C9
make a
has to
change.
scramble
So
to stop
tell
the
me
bleed.
what you want, and I'll get it
Certainly
changed
do
today.
have to
So
scramble.
DM me
They
on
need to
Twitter, Toxin, and I'll
scramble
get it
some
fixed.
money together too.
Yeah, I thought I looked.
for their carries.
I didn't think you had bought one, but go ahead and send me.
Here. Both Quid and Jan, 2,000 gold ahead.
But yeah, SPN, you got to
Team
just get to
Liquid
work.
With their respective
And then the other
roles,
thing you should
and
do
it
is you
looking
should
very
launch
good.
your own
Full level
YouTube
for
channel.
Quid on
And
top
then
of it,
you
Jan's
should
got
start
2 full
clipping
levels. So
your
in addition
best
to the
plays off.
2K
You
gold,
should
the experience is
just
also
go on
very
Twitch,
valuable.
stream yourself
And
to
that's
your
not just Rod
mom,
of Ages level. They both have Rod of Ages. They're both
and then
10 stacks. That's
clip
a
your
real
highlights,
homegrown
and then start a
level.
YouTube
Nothing
channel
made
and
in the
start
Rod of
posting
Ages
your
factory.
clips.
This
So
is
that's the
real
way
deal
people will
here.
find you if you're
Farmed
popping
that out
off.
himself.
Yes, sir. Jose Diodo,
Play the
though,
game,
once again,
stream the
lurking
game,
in the brushes.
clip your
This man
highlights,
has
post your
had
highlights.
Such a beautiful game on Lee Sin.
Yeah.
Here in
And
this
hope
first
that people
one.
see that you're
Surely
popping
making
off and
C9 regret
notice you.
not banning it out there in that second
It is
phase.
what I say to everybody who
But
wants to
you
get into
allow
esports,
Jose to play it.
whatever
He's going to
your
show you why you
area
got to
of
ban it out. Blabber trying to take the
specialty
tier
is.
2
Start
turret down
creating
in the bottom
content
lane,
and
while Team
post
Liquid
it
pushes
on
top
your
here, just trying to get
favorite
something
social
back
media.
through the objective bounty, through some kind of a
If you
trade.
want to be a designer, start designing stuff.
Right now, it looks
We
like
found Yayazi
indicator, but
from her
immediately Coach
post
AJ
of
is going to
Sentinels Art on
gets
Twitter.
caught. The grand
Uh-oh.
entrance is far too quick. The summoner spell not ready yet from Sven. The flash is still on cooldown. So as soon as core flash is in, it's lights out for the Ashe.
Yeah, Cloud9 a little behind the play because they still have Blabber pushing from bottom, and you know the recall is going to take a while. for
Abdul,
Cloud9,
no,
so
I am
Coach
just
AJ,
here
he knows he has enough
hosting
time,
the
and
finals
lightning
weekend
quick
watch
with the
party. Today, the
engage.
winner qualifies for
Flash and ult
MSI.
From Rakan, make it
Tomorrow,
happen.
the
They're
winner
inside
wins the
base,
split and
Flowers
also
in.
qualifies for Esports
The
World Cup.
onslaught
2
is
teams go.
painful
Sentinels,
here
who
for
won the
Cloud9,
qualifying
but
tournament, and then the
TL,
winner of the split,
they
which
feel like
we
their
will find
job
out
is
tomorrow.
done. They've gotten what they came for.
Well, the one silver lining is
Yeah,
the Baron has
SPN,
fallen
the
off,
key
and
is just
C9
getting
has
clips.
the Anivia.
So whether you're
You
posting them on
mentioned at the start of
YouTube
the
or
game,
if
this
you
is
have
one
an
of the best breakthrough
Instagram
champs in
and
League
just
of
starting
Legends,
to
so it does become
play the
harder to try
game
to
and then
force those
get clips of
inhibitors
yourself
down
playing
in
the
either of
game.
side lanes afterwards. So still just
And
the one-in-hit game.
you just got to
But
pop
things are
off
so far
and start
in
to get
TL's
people a
favor
place
right
to
now.
find
Jose
you.
going to make sure he steals away the blue buff on the way out. Just deprive Cloud9 of every possible resource.
Yeah, Jose really having a good opening game here for Team Liquid. The entire team, as well, though.
Jerry.
Like the escape from Morgan on the bottom side that we saw. Some good movement as well from Quid. So if Team Liquid coming out here locked in game number 1, Cloud9 definitely going to have their work cut out for them.
Jerry, I
this
hope your
series.
schedule is open
Should
for
be a
the
long series here.
Esports World
I
Cup
hope
We'll see,
SEN
though.
trip
They
to Paris.
still have the possibility. They're going to try and group up, and as you can see, they're slowly working through the jungle, trying to create their own vision lines, creep through, make sure there's some safe area for at least one of their carries to get some income. Sven is in base right now. I don't think Quid will like realm warp over there on him or anything.
That would be kind of
but,
wild.
we'll see. Team Liquid, they're just going to rotate their 4-1 split push over, meet up with the minion wave, and Jose's done with his Guardian Angel too, so he can go really deep for a play with Flash, with Kick, with Guardian Angel available.
And I feel like that's a pretty big difference between this third itemization for the junglers. Normally that Guardian Angel is the stock standard item number 3 for AD junglers. This time around, Blabber has gone for the Serpent's Fang instead, wants to reduce some of the shielding on the other side. There's quite a lot of shielding to be reduced, I'm not going to lie, but it does mean that when Blabber presses Paranoia, 9 times out of 10, that's a one-way ticket, and you're not getting up after they knock you down. So 7,500 gold lead
Baby
for TL.
Bay had 30
They've already
popping
got
off.
those last
I know,
two
what's
Drakes,
Tarek's
and they have
excuse?
total control over
Baby
the map.
Bay's older
Look
than
at this
Tarek.
enemy blue buff quadrant from the TL perspective.
Jerry, you're
There
in London
are
next
so
week for
many
the
wards in this
finals?
thing. It's lit up
Awesome.
like a Christmas tree, and it's Team Liquid who are hoping C9
EWC
comes
is
around looking
in
for what
Paris.
presents are under there, because the only
July
presence is
8th, I
Jose
think is when
Diodo
the
right now,
tournament starts.
trying again to look for a play. Nope, C9, they've got
Uber
the buddy
Eats.
system. Everybody gets out safe.
Yeah, they're keeping
Don't
their
feed,
carries
get
farming
fed.
waves while hovering
My
around
favorite
them, basically.
slogan in
Everybody
all of sports.
try and hover around, make sure Sven and APA can still get some income from these minion waves. And
All right,
then everybody
so
else is kind of
The one good
and
thing for
waiting
Cloud9
and
in this
hoping
game is that they got those
Yeah,
first 2
nervously.
Drakes, so
Next
therefore
Dragon,
right now
honestly,
they can
if
just
you're
try and not
Cloud9,
fight
I
when
don't
they're
think
way
get
behind.
yourself into any trouble here. You know, it's
Does
only
he
gonna
got
be number
just
3 for
Sen
Team
Apex
Liquid.
will be there and Sen League of
It
Legends
does
will
kinda
be
suck
there?
giving over another one, but don't want to risk
Apex
the
is the
game
first week
at
along
the
with
moment if
Valorant,
it's
and
not
League of
going to be
Legends
Dragon
is the
Soul
second
just
week.
quite yet. So think that we'll still see Cloud9 doing a similar thing, just safely keeping up their farm and not approach this dragon. It's just too dangerous to go out into the jungle. But the
yeah, so this is a good time for Cloud9
so
just to say, like, you know what, you take that third dragon
over.
And then they'll be ready to go
awfully
for
quickly though. Jan with the Infinity Edge completed
for a Dragon Soul. So basically in 5 minutes.
See, found by the Realm Warp. Yes, he has the Seeker's Arm Guard, but it only buys him a little bit of time.
Poor
The Grand
APA.
Entrance finds
They're
the
just
knock-up
picking on their ex-teammate. They release him. They send him to Cloud9. He's like a sleeper cell, and now they're abusing him.
APA has had the egg available. It has not prevented a death.
This is so
Team Liquid
sad.
has been setting up these picks in places.
Yes,
and
there
in
will be a
ways
Superfan
to
program,
completely
Jerry.
ignore the power
So
of that
both
passive on the
Sen
Nvidia,
Society,
and
and then we'll
APA's
do some
arm
giveaways
guard
on
is broken.
Monsoon's
His
Twitter,
egg
who's our
is
Apex
scrambled.
captain,
His team
defending world
trying
champs.
to hold on in
and
a
then
4v5
John
for the
QT's
next 30
Twitter,
seconds, 'cause
and
Team Liquid just
Jonah
took their
P's
second
Twitter.
Baron.
Yeah, Quid and Jose have been cooking them. Absolutely. Now they're taking away the jungle as well together, while the rest of the team pushes in mid and top side. Meanwhile, Blabber's taking away enemy red, and they were split pushing bottom with Thanatos to try and get a
so
tiny
next
bit of
week we'll
resources
be announcing it.
What might
so
be their final
anyone
fight as
with
Cloud9
a
needs to
valid
play
passport.
for this base defense.
Anyone with a valid passport.
APA doesn't respawn.
We had that
in time
issue
to
last
save
time.
that
A lot of
top
people
lane inhibitor
won and then
turret
said,
or the
sent them a
inhibitor
passport.
behind it. Their mid lane inhibitor will at least respawn here in just about 5 seconds, so it's still just a one-inhib game for now. But the problem with that, Mr. Kobe, is the Baron still lasts most of its duration right now. 2 minutes still to go. Team Liquid takes their recall, they make their purchases, and I feel like they've got to be looking for the throat.
Yeah, at this point, Team Liquid have been picking Cloud9 apart, but there's one more opportunity.
Okay.
See,
Dragon
Megatron,
Soul that's
it
about
is
to
rough.
arrive. You got to pray, and you got to look for your moment
This
here
is
for
going
Cloud9.
to, literally,
If you
between
give over the Dragon
Cloud9,
Soul as
League of
well,
Legends, and Valorant
Mountain
teams,
Soul
they're
on
always
top
so
of all
close.
the
Their
individual
League of
mountains
Legends
they've
team was
already gotten,
traditionally the clutch
seems like that
team.
would
Like,
just be
they're
the
the team who would go to
final
an
nail in the
international and
coffin.
play
It's already
great.
difficult with the
So it's kind of
island
wild
that
that now
Team
they
Liquid
keep
have,
losing
but
the qualification
you're gonna have
matches.
to choose your moments because
This is their
before it
8th
comes,
qualification match in the last 2.5 years.
inevitable.
They have yet to win one.
Well,
in
that
that span.
inevitability is creeping
So
ever
this is kind of a
closer.
giant
Team Liquid
time
will go ahead
for,
and take the last tier 2 turret
Does he
from
cap?
the
What does that mean?
Cloud9
You gotta go
side.
back to work.
Knock that one over without much resistance as C9 instead choose to draw their battle lines around their base, around their remaining tier 3 turret. The mid lane inhibitor has also respawned. Morgan applying pressure to the mid lane while everybody else
World Cup
tries
spoiler
to
alert.
get the wave shoved up bottom
For
side.
everyone who
APA
asked
using
me
the
what
crystallize
if I
the glacial
thought
storm
Switzerland or
to keep that minion wave at bay
Cut-
as best
Cutter?
he can.
Is that how it's
Remember,
pronounced?
this Nvidia does not have his defensive tools available. APA
But
must be very
Switzerland
mindful,
scored early
particularly
in
of
the
Jose
game.
Diodo, who
Since
has
then,
that
nobody
Guardian Angel,
scored.
has the
So who knows?
flash,
Maybe
can make
Cutter
the
will
play
steal it
whenever
late.
he lands one of those sonic waves. C9 has got
I
to
appreciate
be ready
the grind,
for the
Desi
snap
Cat.
engage coming out from TL.
Team Liquid, they've been controlled this whole time. There's only 2 minutes on the clock, Flowers, for the Mountain
So
Soul
when
arrival,
you
but
blow up the
they're
team's
finishing up with the
that
base very
glowing
quickly.
thing
I mean,
there,
the tower's already at
the
50%
inhibitor right
HP.
there, then
Yeah, we
you
might
get
not even get
these
there.
minions that
Tier
are
3
super
turret
buffed,
already
the way they
below
look
half,
like
you say.
Transformers.
Top inhibitor, middle inhibitor, both down. Many super minions marching down the top lane. Somebody on C9 is
The
going to go
vet
answer
bills,
that.
those
Blabber
build
going to
up
do it
on
for now. As the rest of Team Liquid take their chance, they're going to shove forward, go after the tier 3. Core JJ going in. APA is going to be your target. Jose wants to follow it up, but the stasis was there in time. APA staying alive, trying to get himself away, but Thanatos is already down.
Jose
Diodo
Diodo
taking low, but the
is
Guardian
dying,
Angel
but he
brings
does have a
him
Guardian Angel,
back.
so
Double kill over to Yon,
so
and Team Liquid
It is
full send it.
over.
Team
Wow.
Liquid ended. Game number
32
1.
minutes
They
is kind of a
controlled this
stomp.
from the start. Jose Diodo making plays.
Qatar?
Everybody else following it
Okay.
up.
There was a whole thing when
16-2
World Cup where there was
TL
Cutter,
slams the first
Qatar.
game.
Team Liquid, they are locked in
Team
for game
Liquid,
number
oh
1.
no, for
looking
Cloud9. So
clean.
last weekend, did Cloud9 get 3-0
nicely
and Liquid
done
won
from Team
3-0
Liquid
also?
in the first
Like, is
game
Liquid on a
here
run
in
and
Tempe,
Cloud9 is
Arizona, here
got
in
a
the
problem.
Mullet Arena. And to hear more
This
about it,
is
let's
rough.
throw it back to the lounge.
This is rough for Cloud9.
Thank you. Yeah,
All right,
we're
sometime in
gonna
the next
get
5
right
minutes,
into
Alex is
it,
going to appear in my
in a
doorway,
minute
and I will
because
give
it kind of
away
changed
some jerseys.
for me all around
guys.
this second Drake fight.
Insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Like
not looking
this
good
is
for C9.
actually where the game
The
was
funny thing about this
decided
Drake
for me,
is
because until
Cloud9
this
gets the
point,
Drake,
you know,
but
they
then
had
they
a
needed
nice
to
little
get
bot
out
lead
faster,
going into
and
this.
they
We're gonna play it
didn't.
through. This
And then
is their Drake.
Team Liquid
this
just
is
cleaned
TL's
up the
Drake
people with low
contest.
health.
And as soon as they see the angle onto Quid, they take it, right? But then Blabber gets charmed up here. So the end result of this is actually that both Blabber and Quid are limping away with not a lot of health here. Jose kind of looks like a crazy person, kind of trying to soft contest this. Another big thing that happens down here is that this is where the Xayah and Rakan really start doing well, because previously they had been losing in that lane. And this fight is also going to put them ahead as playthrough.
Uh-oh. Some tech issues.
Might have to double click.
Does seem APA still playing for TL. He's like a secret agent. They sent him to Cloud9 to make sure that Team Liquid won.
No.
You can come on over.
Oh, now I'm sad. But basically, what is going to happen is that Quid is going to go up here, push in this wave. Jose is actually going to soft contest this. I'm going to see if I can.
You're fighting the keyboard.
Up for me.
League of Legends.
She's actually tunneled in, yeah.
Will not be helping us.
All right.
What is happening?
Basically,
the on-the-road tech.
ends up going really
On-the-road
well
tech
for
issues.
Jose and Quid. Jose gets a triple kill off of this because they do the soft contest, and they're able to. Quid pushes out mid. He's able to rejoin. They run warp to kill Sven at the very end of it. Jose gets triple kill. I don't know why I'm being trolled by technology. That's fine.
Thank you, Emily, for our Samsung vision breakdown.
And I think, like, with that breakdown, like, at least for me, when I look at that fight, C9 was in a pretty good game state. Sure, this part happened earlier, and you do not want to give Jose Diodo Lee Sin for obvious reasons. Well, but they had, like, 2 Drakes. They had a really good setup. And then within that play, that Drake fight that you mentioned, it was actually completely done, and they were going back into lane, and then that's where he completely popped off right here.
See, their mistake right there is...
For the rest of the series.
That's true.
So maybe you do want to give him Lee Sin in game 1, because then he can never play it again, because he completely runs the server every time he plays Lee Sin.
Yeah, but I mean, if we're
Lee
saying
Sin
that
is
when you give it to him, he just gets a win, there's no good time to give it to him. Like, clearly Cloud9's read was, we're getting Nocturne, so it's okay if you take Lee Sin because it's supposed to be more powerful, but it almost felt to me like they forgot about the possibility of having tanky carries for, or hard to dive carries for TL. Because as soon as they went Ryze Xayah, it's like, oh, who do we dive? Both these champions are kind of undivable. So now you have this homeless Nocturne who's not being paired with any other divers.
Homeless
Because
Nocturne.
you first picked it, and then they have carries you can't dive.
So
now we
basically
have
saying
Sion
Ryze
Seraphine
and Xayah are both super mobile, and the Nocturne's big advantage is his ability to dive on top of you and teleport into you. But if you have the ability to quickly move out of the way, it's not as helpful.
And Quid's Ryze, 2 champions they've been insanely successful on, is that you're having this bot lane who you're picking for comp, and they were getting owned in the Ashe Seraphine lane, right? That fight got them back into it.
Absolutely did. And remember, if you are on site, Cloud9 and FlyQuest are both hosting some events after the games today. So head on over to the C9 and FlyQuest social channels to learn more. And as we head to the break, let's take a look
They
at
are
our
hosting something after the game. That's be rough for Cloud9 hosting something after the game.
Come to me.
All right, at some point here soon.
No, it's okay, it's okay.
After the AT&T replay.
Maybe. If this
I
anywhere
have a
crosses like
sense that Alex
I'm
is
holding like this.
I'll DM out.
This looks on the flash, right? Keep on knock. Actually moving up now, okay? Yeah, it's okay, we got it. Nope. Seraphine, bro, blower flash. Good, base after, okay? Oh, nice! Woo! Ah! That was good.
Oh, I know exactly what code we're going to use for the giveaway. Red Bull gives me wings. All right, Alex is here. All right, do I need to tell you the code first before I tell them?
Red Bull gives you wings.
I'm going to send it to you right now.
Looks like we've got a new addition on the Rift here today. Emily, is the Telluride just the obvious pick?
Well, Flowers, we're looking at the turbo hybrid powertrain. That's already a problem for the rest of the Rift.
And a 30-inch panoramic display too.
Poke Danube. I have a better one for the first giveaway, but I appreciate the optimism.
Completely OP. No debate.
Just like the fact that I'm saying the name. Charlie always laughs.
Telluride turbo hybrid. Pick it before your opponents do.
All right. As soon as Alex gives me the green light, we will now do the promo code. For those of you on Twitch, you might want to
get fed.
All right.
Scan the QR code for deals only on Uber Eats.
Yes. All right. So if you're on YouTube, if you're on the League of Legends YouTube, you should hop over to the Sentinels YouTube because that's where the giveaway will be on YouTube. So for you hardy souls on the SEN YouTube, you should jump over and just join up with the full SEN YouTube. Just be part of the family over here in the Sentinels YouTube if you're in the League of Legends. All right, so for the first giveaway, it's exclamation point. All lowercase. Okay. So it's exclamation point, and then the letters, the words I'm going to say, you type them in all lowercase. All right? And it shouldn't be that much of a shock. Okay, so are you all ready for this? All right. Exclamation point, all lowercase letters. Exclamation point, XLG win. XLG win. Errol put it in the chat to help. XLG win. That. So type that in the chat, and then in like a minute, Alex will go. I don't know, how long should we do it, Alex? A minute?
Well, we can give him however long you want. Just say when, and I'll go over.
All right. Oh, you know what? We'll run it until the clock ends here. You got a minute and 11 until the dead screen, and then we'll pick the winners. So put exclamation point XLG win in the chat, and Alex is going to pick some winners. So we'll give away one in each. One in the Twitch chat, one in the YouTube chat. And if you're watching in the League of Legends chat, jump into the YouTube chat in this main Sentinels YouTube chat. Navi Raw 23. My expectations, I think they're rational. Like, I think everything would have to go great for us to go on a run and go to champs. You know, certainly now that we've got continuity with the roster, hopefully now they're grinding right now. So the dream is they go on a run like NRG did last year, who had a bunch of kids. It was great to get all those extra reps in the EWC qualifier. So that was nice to get an extra, what was that, like 7 matches we played? All right. Alex is walking out of the office to go.
I'm here at the LCS Spring Finals, and we got
Alex is watching out of the office.
Some trivia to give away some free in-game codes.
Look,
so
this is funny. They're doing a giveaway right now too.
Wait a minute. Is this the Kia All-Pro first team? Let's go, guys. I didn't know you were in here. You ready to play some Kia trivia?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it. Okay, who's got the first question?
I'm looking at it right now.
You're looking at it right now? All right, we got Vulcan taking a look at it. What's the first question?
All right, so we got, which of these events contributed to the fall of Shurima? First choice.
Okay, Alex, you got to rerun that.
The Rune Wars.
Okay.
I might butcher that word. Maybe you'll need to
Jerry is not eligible for this one. I'm just gonna. Jerry, did you type it in? Oh, if you did type it in, I guess you got to win. I guess you can win.
Or Targon War.
Ooh. All right, what do we think, guys?
Seems rigged. All right, Alex, give a second one away on Twitch. I'll send one to Jerry, but we'll also should do one on Twitch.
I think we can already remove Demacia and Targon. I think this is
all right. So on in YouTube,
okay,
Team Mitch won the giveaway.
I'm not for the Void.
So,
on Twitter, Jerry won the first giveaway. Do a second one.
Which of these events contributed?
Yeah, it seems a little rigged when Jerry wins the Twitch giveaway.
Void Breach.
All right, we're gonna lock in Void Breach.
Team Mitch, type your Discord name in the chat. Oh, Team Mitch, there you go. Nice. Type your Discord name into the YouTube chat so we can find you and message you so you can set the ticket and we can send you your merch.
All
right, Game Master AT.
Well, this one.
You won the secondary giveaway
was part of Cloud9
to make up for the Jerry rigged round. It was just like a trial and make sure all the tech's working.
We have options.
Jose's ready to go. He's got the
that way Jerry can keep track of if I'm actually fulfilling the prizes.
Hi, Blabber.
All right.
Or Fudge.
Team Mitch is T-Mitch. He put it. Perfect. All right. So Team Mitch did respond.
Okay, we're thinking Jensen or High.
Game Master, type your Discord name into the Twitch chat. Oh yeah, Game Master AT, just type your Discord name into the Twitch chat, and then we'll contact you.
Yeah, 2. Well, no, it's 2013.
2017, yeah. All right, Vulcan. What does that mean for the C9 synergy now?
I think we're just going to need to cut this part out.
Oh, cut this part?
Just to any C9 fans.
All right, we'll take a look. Maybe we'll cut this one out.
This feels like
all right. What's the next
sweep?
question?
What do you think, chat? It feels like a sweep.
All right. Which Kia vehicle is the
TL
SUV
and they
with
Cloud9 kind of started good and then just got run over.
Combined millage.
So it's going to be rough.
Per
Game Master AT
That's
is your
question.
Discord name.
That's a good
Perfect.
question.
All right,
Okay,
so Jerry, do you have all of them?
The Telluride.
Oh wait, T-Mitch, did you respond?
The Nero.
T-Mitch on YouTube. I don't think you responded.
K4 or the K5.
Ooh, that's interesting. What do we think, guys?
It's the Telluride. I'm like,
T-Mitch on YouTube.
Yeah, how many rows of seats are
there you go.
in this car?
T-Mitch 13. All right, Jerry, did you see that?
6.
No, I got it.
All right, so we will reach out to you. We will get you set up. We'll get a ticket created on the Sentinels community Discord.
If they went that far, but I think you only need the 3.
And then yesterday I cleaned up 95% of the giveaways.
Hey,
there were a couple where people didn't leave their email address.
Well,
Make sure when you fill it out, you
we didn't lock it in?
no. I mean, I'm not going to.
Beautiful. All right, what's the next question?
So Game Master AT and T-Mitch 13. You need to join the Sentinels community Discord, and then from there we can set up to get your information and to send you your merch.
Vision or gold?
Okay, before we answer, just so everyone's clear, if you got this wrong, Vulcan just called you a noob. Yeah.
So Saint?
Saint, what do you think?
Wow, that game has still had no scoring. The only goal was a penalty kick at like the 20th minute or 15th, like early in the game. The Red Ninja X, welcome to the stream. We are here to see if Cloud9 can break a streak. Cloud9's League of Legends team, which used to be the GOATs, they were the ones who always clutched it up.
Last question, let's get it.
Somehow they're trying. They've lost 7 straight qualification matches for global events. Today would be the 8th, and they lost game 1, and they did not look good doing it.
Of course. Or gold.
Ooh, what do you think, Jose?
Tox 1. All right, I will. Once this match is over today, I will try and do the tickets today. I got to keep the momentum going from yesterday, where I got all my tickets cleared out.
Because it does not give stats, right? You don't get stats when you get Baron.
You get the adaptive force, no?
I mean, you probably don't know because you're
there you go. In the chat, the Twitch chat, there's the link to the Discord. Discord.gg/Sentinels.
What does Baron
Nader 77776. You missed the first giveaway. There will be a giveaway after each game.
Is that a semantic thing? Is the champion getting the gold, or are you the player
make sure
getting
you
the
come
gold?
back.
I mean, I wish I was getting the gold, but I didn't get any gold.
Game Master AT, if you click the link in the chat, you see right there, just barely above your post.
So we're thinking the Empowered Recall
post that says discord.gg/Sentinel.
If you're asking about what the champions get.
All right, Berserker, what do you think? Lock it in?
Empowered Recall, I guess, yeah.
Empowered Recall. All right.
Yeah, I think so.
First team All-Pro 80 carry says Empowered Recall. Survey says?
We have to flip it.
Correct. Correct. Huge. Got by with the semantic argument. I like that. That's thinking with your head. That's final score. Final score right there. Thank you for playing. We got 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. Well done, everybody.
That's a shocker.
Round of applause. Round of applause for everybody. First team All-Pro. Round of applause for you guys, too. Congratulations, first team All-Pro. And MVP Vulcan, baby.
Sparks 20, they said they got the order to destroy the hoodie.
Everyone give peace sign.
All right. Do you have a ticket on the Discord? I'm going to send you something lighter then. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the Mullet Arena in Tempe, Arizona for the LCS Spring Split Finals weekend. The finals themselves, that'll be tomorrow. Today, we have to find who will get to challenge Lion there on that battlefield to be your LCS Spring Split champions. And in game number 1, it was Team Liquid led by the flashy Lee Sin plays from Jose Diodo, who went up 1-0.
Yep, Team Liquid, they were looking locked in this one.
This is kind of a do-or-die game
in
here
form
for
as well.
Considering
Lock and Vane also in form on stage.
Hell yeah. But now, You gotta lock in if you're C9. They had their composition, they had their team fight approach they wanted to go for, but they were never able to put it together. It was Jose Diodo on the Lee Sin, even when C9 had their point of strength where they were
there he is, secret agent,
ball, they forced
APA.
Team Liquid back at that Drake fight.
APA is known
Jose
as the player
in
League of Legends who trolls his opponents the most. He's always in the alt chat typing out his opponent. SEN game after this, I'm afraid not, SBM.
All right, let's see if they can do it again.
So Sentinels League of Legends will next play at EWC. I think it's July
back quickly.
15th.
They don't want to let it get too far away from them.
That's
too
next
early.
time.
So they are continuing to focus on bottom lane here. In addition to the Karma, also banning the Lucian here for that Lucian Melio pairing.
And for the second game in a row, they are going to ban Akali in the first half of the draft to make sure the TL don't take it early.
Too late,
noting,
or you're too early, one of the two.
First pick.
We'll be doing another giveaway at the end of this game. So at the end of game 2,
blue side,
we will
Ori
do
and
another
Cassio
jersey
will
giveaway.
remain banned, just like they were in game number 1, as will Varus.
Everybody
okay, so
hang
continuing
out
to
after the stream.
probably double ban APA the entire
after the
series, which makes me think
so,
that APA is going to look to pick
get
up the Annie pretty soon. They have an early Jarvan pickup here, so Cloud9 are kind of assuming that Team Liquid will get some low mobility carries.
Match because I was too
first
tilted.
picking the Jarvan, I mean, usually you want to pick
that was rough because the team had been looking really good in that game. They couldn't have played worse. That was rough.
But they're first picking it, so
while they do the draft,
they can hopefully get like a Jarvan Rumble combination going for themselves. And if they see the Caitlyn and Bard here, maybe they do throw down the Rumble early on here to complement Blabber's Jarvan.
And remember, Bard was banned in the first set of bans in game number 1, so now him going through into the second game, we'll see how much they can get done with Core's Bard. Over on the other side, not only is this Jarvan take a good starter for pretty much any composition here for C9, but remember, it was also what they chose to ban away from Jose in the second half of that draft instead of the Lee. So Lee's gone for the rest of the series now because of Fearless, and they'll also be able to deny the Jarvan with this pick of their own. So C9, if nothing else, they're playing for the long con here with the Fearless jungling, as they will lock in the Nautilus when you have some immobile enemy carries. Caitlyn's got her net, but if you drop a depth charge on her, you can catch her even from that range. So we'll see how effective Vulcan can be on the playmaker.
Yeah, they have some good dive already and things to hold people in place for Ziggs. They double ban APA with the Orianna Cassia. I mean, those are very common high priority mid lane bans, but he's going to get access to the Ziggs this time around, and that's the reason for the early Jarvan and Nautilus. Hold people in place for the big bomb.
That thing hurts if it hits in the sweet spot, and conveniently, the sweet spot is just about as big as the inside of the Cataclysm from Jarvan. So as long as they line that up, they'll be feeling great. But it is the Trundle locked in here for Team Liquid. This champion is exceptional at dueling other AD junglers who have part of their power budget committed to target access. Something like a Vi, something like a Xin, something like, I don't know, Jarvan, because Trundle can just walk up and beat you in the 1v1. And he also makes it so scary for the tanks on the enemy team because they're not so tanky once they're subjugated.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I was looking at Nautilus probably going to die a lot this game.
He dies a lot in every game, usually.
He always does die a lot. And if you go in on Nautilus, and you hit something, you're proccing your Aftershock, and then Trundle will just take that extra stats with his ultimate, and then Nautilus is just instantly paper, and especially coming from support role, oftentimes will just get blown up. The other thing that's good about Trundle is with your W, you can dodge Jarvan EQs pretty easily. So move speed is always very, very good in jungle duels versus Jarvan. So you can try and avoid his big combo, because if you miss your EQ, and Trundle is definitely going to win the stat check after that.
Interesting. Team Liquid banning the Annie still, saying you might flex that Ziggs to the bottom lane. So we still don't want APA playing the Annie. The LeBlanc banned out by C9 is one of those old school, like it's a solo queue type of counter to Ziggs that can make his life really miserable. It's just a lot of people aren't willing to slam the LeBlanc, but C9's read seems to be Quid is one of those people, and we don't want him taking it.
Yeah, I believe Palafox taught him that lesson a while ago.
It's a hard lesson to learn.
Hit him with the LeBlanc.
The Senna banned out here. Final ban for Team Liquid in this when they don't want that infinite scaling. Senna, those of y'all who have not been paying attention, is very strong in her current iteration of the game. So they keep their distance from that.
Yeah, a lot of people have been going like the Doran's Helm and defensive opening and scaling up, trying to scale up, collect your souls, and We'll see about this game, though. Ooh, interesting. Quid thinking about the Azir angle for himself, and it does give you the multiple possibilities here. Since Trundle is not a primary engager himself, yeah, you can go for Azir Sex, but you can also use it to just help peel for Caitlyn. Okay, that's more like it.
That's more of a Quid pick.
That's a lot more Quid here. We get the Yone, a classic for Quid. These melee champions so good at carrying on them. And if you do have a Bard on your team to be able to get Bard ults and set you up, then you can hit some large Yone ultimates.
Very scary stuff, and we know Quid has played this champion plenty of times in the past. Some mid laners want to keep their distance from it, but Quid is at home, at comfort here with these powerful melee carry mid laners. Over on the other side of the C9 Cup, there's the Rumble that you were talking about all the way back when we first saw the Jarvan, the spicy hot pot combo that is very often picked together, will be picked together here again in this one. And since you're having Jarvan and Nautilus both go in, Ziggs is firing from a mile away, Rumble's got Equalizer from distance, they want their AD carry to also participate from a distance. Deadly Flourish, Curtain Call, they'll lock the Jhin for Sven, but the final pick of the draft for Team Liquid is Ornn for Morgan.
Yeah, some good engage here to put more pressure onto the Ziggs and Jhin, especially. Picking up the Ornn, it's always a fairly common tank pick to kind of answer Rumble, but really it gives you the Ornn ultimate for your team and that scaling possibility too with the ornaments for Team Liquid.
All right, I made it back.
It's also
the
very effective against Jhin in particular. When he opens up the curtain call, you see the lines where he can fire the bullets. Just shoot the Ornn horn at him. He gets thrown up in the air. He can't aim the gun anymore. All of a sudden, that long range.
Qatar tied it up. That's crazy.
Bard also really good for that reason too against Jhin. So definitely a lot of ways for them to.
How much time was left when Qatar tied it up? Because I looked when it was late.
Okay, so let's talk C9 game plan here first, because they're the team that's behind. They're the ones who don't want to have to be put in a spot where reverse sweep is your only answer. What kind of plays do you want to see from them early to tie this one up?
I think Blabber has a lot of opportunities here with Jarvan. You can put pressure on Quid maybe, open up some room for APA to take over with Ziggs, the classic for him.
And how about on the Team Liquid side? Is it just the Jose Diodo game again? Because Trundle's got a lot less playmaking tools than
I only saw like the
I'll be
first
looking
15
bottom
minutes
lane
of the
for
game,
Jose. You know, if you have a Caitlyn Bard,
PK.
then oftentimes teams will try and gank for that lane, gank for the Nautilus to crack your Caitlyn Bard, and they're actually going to gank mid lane first here in the opener.
Jose Diodo going to walk straight back towards the turret as Quid exits all the way through the side. He knows that there's nothing meaningful Jarvan can do to him at level 1. You just can throw a flag, get an auto attack. That's about it. So it's safe to walk towards him. Maybe not safe to walk the other direction. And surely enough, it wasn't.
This Qatar's first
what could
ever
have been a spicy level 1 just kind of fades away.
Win
so
in the World
we're
Cup.
expecting some pretty big choices here from Blabber early on. As we mentioned, Quid Yone is also always very scary, but you do usually want to put a stop to Caitlyn Bard lanes before they really start to accrue a lot of turret plate money. And you want to try and lend some extra threat to Nautilus engages. Like if Nautilus keeps on hooking in and looks for trades and gets people low, you need to also have some jungle threat, some jungle pressure there to really make sure that they respect it. And so Vulcan and Core JJ with their own wards and their own brush trying to hold their ground here, but not super excessive trading super early on this time around. There is a ward on the Raptors that will see Jose pathing away from the bottom lane. And that is going to tell Vulcan and Blabber that maybe there will be some opportunities for Nautilus, Hookins, and Jarvan.
Wait, they let Team Liquid
to help
get
out
Caitlyn Bard.
That is the Caitlyn Bard lane early on.
Bot lane.
Yeah, the Jhin Nautilus doesn't quite have that same level of early game threat that the Ashe and the Seraphine had that forced Core JJ all the way back to base in game number 1. But now APA in a little bit of danger here. Luckily dodges away from the Q3 knock-up there on Quid's Yone. Quid gets the last little bit of the trade. APA staying calm, saving the flash, using the satchel to get away to safety.
Yeah, and the reason why he's so calm there is they did have the ward on Raptors I mentioned. It sees the Trundle, it sees Jose walk over there. So APA very well knows this could be a very likely possibility that he's going to come from this angle. And so he kind of just sits it there. No summer spells, as you say, doesn't panic. And here we go. He does clean up the rest of the CS, and it'll mean that it's only a very slight delay, but it is a delay between taking the bottom camps, respawning for Jose, and the top camps.
Okay, APA asks if Jose is a fanboy. Jose responds a bit.
Yeah.
And then Jan says he doesn't speak English. Grandpa Jose. All right, a little bit of, this is more the all chat banter.
Yeah, now we're getting a little into
that I was
it.
expecting from game number 1.
Very comfortable.
Muted.
Again, yeah, APA saw him with that Raptor word, so he was also trying to use his time a little bit.
Thank you,
and then provoke him with the chat as
290.
well.
Yeah, we'll see how much of a distraction that ends up being throughout the game. Jose Diodo clearing out his top side scope.
I was saying, did
right
Qatar
Qatar
tied it up with
reminder
4
of game
minutes
number
into
1 where
added time?
Jose was a
Is that
very
the first time
successful
Qatar's
fan
got
of
a
APA
draw
in the mid
even?
lane
Oh, he was
with
the biggest
Lee Sin. He was
all right, Jerry.
maybe too successful of a fan.
Yeah, he crashed the fan meet there for APA.
Oh, you know what I can
lane.
do?
He had a target on that
Let me
Anivia's
pause.
back
Let me grab my
all
piece.
game
Let me grab my
long,
laptop.
and he just consistently hit the mark over and over. Not sure exactly what the pause is for right now. League officials are investigating. I will let you all know as soon as we get an update as to what is going on, but I hope it is a fast one because, man, I really want to see where these junglers get involved, especially like what you were saying, Blabber having the opportunities to make these ganks on the Jarvan, one of the most effective early gankers in the jungle in League of Legends. I got to see where he goes because game number 1, his Nocturne, you had a couple of plays. You think of the reversal in the top side in the 2v2 where he comes in and saves Thanatos. They get the outplay there, but it definitely didn't have the same presence. It didn't have the same effect that you got to see from Jose's lead.
And in this game, at the current pause,
Can we watch Party the World
we have had the
Cup with
earlier
a full
recall
face
for
cam?
Blabber, so he's back
Wasn't
out on the
Tarek
map
talking
already.
about that
You get a little
on his
time to
stream
work
today?
with between your first, clear and the respawn for the second clear. So we'll see where what he does with it. But
I don't know how big the demand would be.
We do
for a
have, I
World
believe it was
Cup
Jan
face
had
cam
his settings
stream.
were reset in the game. Somehow,
Oh,
and so
okay.
now he has
wow,
to
3 o'clock
put-
is Brazil.
re-input
Let's
his
go.
own personal settings.
They were just looking for
So,
Cortez.
definitely
Now we
can be
know.
annoying. Just playing on default, definitely don't.
Cortez
Well,
is probably
gotta get your
hiding out,
comfortable
looking
settings that
for
you've always
the,
been playing, huh?
Yeah, I
watch
believe
the
producer said it was his
Brazil match.
mouse settings, and especially as an AD carry, if you're trying to kite throughout a fight, make sure that you're properly spacing your opponents and your mouse is flying around all over the screen at the wrong speed, not what
All
you're
right.
used to playing all the time. That's a pretty serious problem. For somebody, if you're just kind of playing a meatball run at him champ, it's not that big of a deal. But,
We're going to set records
hey, man,
here
I'm
today,
saying this
Jerry.
is somebody who always played
Records,
meatball
I
run at
tell
him
you,
champ. Like, I
records.
don't need to have this
So
thing
you
made
could
for
play on default, you're saying?
Yeah,
And
if
play-
I was on default, I'd be like, wow, that's weird. Anyway, click the
In a
guy.
game that's going to qualify you for MSI.
Yeah, I mean, okay, well, I've never played in one of those. Maybe if I was playing in one of those, yeah.
Maybe I want a couple changes. to those
Maybe I
settings.
would want to adjust the
Hey!
sliders somewhat. All right, we're back
The
in
tech-
the game.
Oh, I didn't get the order
Settings are
created
fixed.
before the tech pause.
Vulcan
I was
making
close.
a pass through.
But I've got the
mid lane
screen
here.
ready.
Eric, can Flowers speak Spanish?
I answer for you. You can. She's been on that Duolingo for years now.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. we're working on it. I'm not fluent, but I can.
Game Master, let me go and look.
So this is pretty funny
right
because
now,
both of
while
our
we're
mid
here,
laners
while we're all here
have
together.
just different ways of expressing themselves in games. Usually APA is on the keyboard typing, but Quid has his own thing where he does a lot of IRL emotes, which is equally as enjoyable for a
IRL
lot of
emotes.
people. Or in chat, you can let us know which one's more enjoyable because Quid's always doing dances and emotes IRL versus the APA all chat, getting in there and getting some interesting conversations going, Flowers.
All righty. I hope we get a little bit more of them here. In terms of the results of our fan poll for who had the better draft, it looks like about 2/3 of our fans say that C9 came out on top in this one.
I
So
don't see the
we'll get to
ticket
see if they're right
yet.
here. Because, win
That's
or
just
lose,
me.
you can always just blame it on draft.
Show
Well,
up.
I mean, I love it because people also will always blame, why did you give X player their best champion? And you can say that for APA Ziggs. People do that all the time. Why did you give him Ziggs? That's going to be a free win. Or why did
Master
you give Quid
Yi.
Yone?
That's
So
old school.
we have both in this game. And either way, you're going to be able to say afterwards, what in the heck? Quid got Yone,
What
APA
was the
got
other
Ziggs.
guy doing?
And currently, APA Ziggs is ahead with his gold.
Jerry,
And
there was
remember,
one
he
person
did soak
who
some
responded
enemy
to the
jungle
fact that I
time.
hadn't sent them the note, and they said
as
to
well,
you,
they're going to be able to transfer this
you
into
were
the Dragon.
apologizing
Mid-lane
for how
push.
long it was taking
Spot
me. They're like,
lane
no
gonna head
worries, it's a
over
free
to-
jersey.
Okay,
That person
C9
got a
with
free
control of the
signed
bottom
jersey.
side. River,
That's
very
what I'm
reminiscent
looking
of
for.
game number
Someone gives
one.
you a
Remember
gift,
that
you
first
appreciate
break
the
in
gift.
that one
You
was
don't complain
secured
about the
with
gift.
No contest from TL, who would then follow up taking the grubs later. So we'll keep an eye on Jose, see if that's the play he wants to go for here in a couple of minutes. But a nice early Drake for C9.
I literally
They'll always be
had
happy
John
about that one,
QT
as
sign a
John is
jersey
still
for
just
him
left in the
to
bottom lane here
reward
keep on
him for
farming.
his
Quid making a rotation
patience.
up towards the top side, though. They might be looking for a potential play onto
You know, Jerry,
Thanatos.
some
He
people
does have
don't have
the
that
void,
same
the pixel brush,
spirit.
though. Fires off the electro harpoons, keeps Jose Diodo away from the last hit on the ward.
You're not going to make a play on Thanatos. He's going to make the play on you.
Just turns it right back around.
We're trying to gank the top laner. Oh, now you're going to lose your crab, buddy.
Yeah, Thanatos is chasing Jose all the way out. Blabber's
wait
coming
a
up behind him.
second.
There's the equalizer into the back.
Wait a second. Cloud9 has shown up.
Cooked. First blood over to C9.
You don't gank Thanatos. He ganks you.
Cloud9 showed
Beautiful,
up.
man.
Okay.
Thanatos saw him in this
Maybe we'll have a
pixel brush,
game.
Walked him down all the way to kill him
out of my lane.
That was big right there.
Get the hell out of my lane. You got to think twice before you gank him again now, Flowers.
Yeah, even Jose says, ouch. That's not a good experience there. The Trundle gets punished.
Yeah, really good from Thanatos to recognize he can just walk him down too. And now you got the flash off of Trundle. So we mentioned, oh yeah, it's really good for Trundle to be able to use move speed and like dodge a Jarvan EQ. Guess what? Blabber's the level up on you has Cataclysm as well, and you don't have flash. So he could trap you, Jarvan. And by the way, Jarvan doesn't have to stay in the Cataclysm. You know, he can trap the Trundle and then EQ out of it and leave you there burning to the assuming the Rumble is there. So there's definitely some options for them to play with. Cloud9 with a fairly healthy 1,000 gold lead in Dragon.
Yeah, C9 feeling good about things here. So far early, 45 seconds until those Void Grubs spawn. There are still the wards in the top river area from C9 that will be fading right around that time, though, as Thanatos maintains absolute control over the top lane, crashing the wave into the turret. It's the general pattern of play the tank into Rumble.
Blake
Early on, you
X
kind of
Max
just
Z,
have
that
to
was
take
pretty
the losing
wild,
trades,
right?
play
The
carefully,
top
until you get
laner
Koenig
just
recurring,
followed
you
the
just don't
jungler
care
all the way to mid.
Yeah, and it's kind
That
of
was
a
pretty well
similar,
coordinated. I gotta give him
quiet story for
credit
mid
there.
lane where
Between
APA
the
Ziggs, like the Ziggs is always going to
dropping the
have this
Rumble ult
extra possibility
and the Ziggs ult
of
on
plays
at the
around
same
mid
time.
lane, and we just saw it with the jungle being pushed towards mid. Guess what? APA Ziggs' ultimate damage was very meaningful in getting that kill, and he can do it from a very long range. Meanwhile, the Yone does have to really focus on the wave a lot, and we've got some support roam timers here to work with, but yeah, the Ziggs gets to push waves very quickly. You get to push a little first, you get a little bit of extra time, and you have a lot of range. Now, though, he has teleport, so Ziggs can teleport back if they want to contest this grubs. They do want to contest the grubs.
Ooh, and Blabber wins the smite on the first grub. Now Jose's got to try to get away with the
Jose
Cataclysm. Already coming down. There's the equalizer. Blabber flashes back out. Jose Diodo kept safe there at least for a little while thanks to the Tempered Fate. And now it's Falcon in the middle of everybody.
Support! Oh no! We gave Cloud9 too much credit too
Team
soon.
Liquid with the major play from the mid lane.
They wanted to continue to punish the Trundle with no flash, just like we were looking for with the Cataclysm flowers. But Blabber does use the EQ to get the distance.
They were so
then
close
goes
there.
for Cataclysm, has to flash out. In the
So
end, we're going to look at bottom lane instead.
support for
Jan trying to evade
Team
the curtain call
Liquid.
here.
Wow.
Sven,
The
he misses the fourth
Bard
one.
has
And the flash from Jan to
an
escape the dredge
ability
line
where
means
it
he lives to see
freezes you
another
and
day.
immunes you.
But yeah,
he can use
the
it on
fight
a
on
tower.
top
He
side,
can
they
use it
really
on
wanna
a dragon.
punish,
He used it on his
Jose with no
teammate.
flash.
So
Thankfully for
even
Jose,
though
JJ is also there with the roam timer. And
Jose
the Bard
had almost no
ultimate
health,
buys him so much time.
he was immune,
as
and
well
then they
as
didn't
the
kill him.
magical journey, which he was able to use afterwards to survive.
8 or
and
7,
get out
7,
of
6.
there.
So
here's
we
another look at
hold
it. Yeah,
people
they
in
think they've
Sen
got it
Society
cooked, right?
for what jersey
Okay,
to bring
he's burning
back, and
down
I
in
will
the
say
Cataclysm. Poor JJ, though, buys him
what
the time and no buys so
people
much of that
really
damage.
wanted
So
was the
Ziggs,
piece of the history. See,
you
look
know,
at that.
ultimate as well.
He's
Quid
almost
actually
dead.
caught the Ziggs too.
And then
Ziggs was
Core
trying to
saves
use
him.
the jump to get away
People just
there,
really
as
wanted
well
the
as
Madrid
burst down
jersey
Jose.
since that was
And
where
Quid
they
comes
had the
in.
most
He's going to
best
be the
memories.
beneficiary.
So we
Gets
went
a bunch
with
of
the
gold
Madrid
here
jersey.
onto the Yone, and we were warning.
But I think that's probably something we'll do in the future as well, is bringing back jerseys. Maybe we'll do like one a year or something.
That's the look on the face of a man who just made a 3-man Yone ult. You can see the coaches behind the scenes for TL feeling the same way. What a massive turnaround.
Yeah, go look up Quid Yone LCS highlight, and it's actually one of our most famous plays that we have from him.
It seemed like in London the crowds weren't that big until today, and then the Chinese fans just showed up.
Can he use that to their success later on?
Am I wrong that the Chinese fans were out forced today? They were loud. They were really bringing it.
As well as picking up a couple of the assists, and big play for him.
Yeah, I said we love Bard Caitlyn.
Nice.
That's the Sen go-to bot
It was
lane.
a good denial from Core JJ. Like, Core JJ had his back. If it wasn't for Core JJ's Bard ultimate, then yeah, the Ziggs ult
that was
definitely
the recipe
would have
for a Sentinels win.
roasted up Jose too. But that's the planning. You know, you trusted your teammates, and they knew that they had Core JJ there on a timer as well. So good use of the Bard denial by Team Liquid. Cloud9 right back to objectives, though.
Cloud9 is exactly like Game 1, where Cloud9 got the first 2 Drakes.
Again, no real contest coming from Team Liquid. Sven took a chunk, but that doesn't really matter a whole lot. We'll see if we get a fight for the Rift Herald here, but that's still 4 minutes away. Jose Otto completing the Trinity Force. And you touched on it a little bit, but yeah, Quid only got one of those 3 kills that they got in the fight. The other 2 actually went to Morgan, and Morgan now has the Kanik Rookern fully completed. So accelerating that Ornn a little bit further ahead now makes it very, very different in his encounters with the Rumble, using that passive shield to ignore most of the damage in these
didn't the foot issues start actually from Full Sense?
Oh, here we go
again. Because I thought I saw some press release that Full Sense put out where they were upset about what happened with foot. Uh-oh, they killed the MVP, and now they got reinforcements coming, and Blabber's going to die. Oh, no.
Quid goes in after Sven, but he won't quite have the range to catch him. The fake seal, it won't matter, though. That's still 2-0 TL.
Like, isn't that actually where it started? Was Full Sense was upset at Foot and the trash talk and the fans getting into it, and then it just kind of snowballed today.
Good counter from them. They turn it around. They do it best in teleport, so Quid got down to the bottom side, opens up a turret plate here for APA and denying a tower, but he's going for another little chunk on to Sven. Sven still has double summoner spells, so he's not in threat of his life, but Quid was trying to force him to panic and burn at least one of those extra summoner spells.
Valve fans on socials can get a little toxic, no question.
TL, though, another good little counter from them.
I have to admit, because I had to stream today, I didn't have time to troll G2 for their
loss. Talk about breakpoints. That Blade of the Ruined King done for Quid.
I may have to break something out.
He's got his upgraded Berserker Greaves with the quest.
When the draw
he's got his Doran's Helm. He's got his Blade.
G2
with the plays he's
plays
already been making.
Oh my
it's
goodness.
only going to get worse for C9 going up against this guy as Jose Otto takes the blast cone to get away. Vulcan and Thanatos trying to find something here in the Team Liquid jungle. Core JJ trying to catch up. There's no Tempered Fate available on the Bard anymore, but Morgan is now ready to collapse as Vulcan and Thanatos still try to continue their way out. Dredgeline finds a Yordle snap.
See, the other problem with the way champs points works, there's no reason for us to root for North America or America's teams because we're fighting with them always for champs points. Now, we only have 2.
But now Morgan goes forward, finds the knockout.
Look out, Vulcan, the MVP, they're picking on the MVP. It's a 2K gold lead.
Comes up at the very end of the fight, but misses the target. It's still +1
TL. What an extensive invade. We ended up with 10 people there at the top of the map.
Yes, G2 has so many chance points, not going to matter. TTK Grizzly, welcome to the stream.
On that Thanatos Vulcan invade that they got the Wolf, but now Thanatos might be the next target. Vulcan did drop in the last one. Thanatos had to flash, so this Rumble, no flash.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
No flash.
Oh no.
1 versus 3.
No.
That
No. Not like this.
The
not like this.
Him.
That's Scuba. That's Scuba.
Yeah, he's just IRL. They're diving all the way under the turrets. All 3 of them go in. Thanatos' Rumble falls. This game that started off looking pretty nice for C9. Now a 7-1 lead, 2,500 gold for TL.
Dude, Spawn is usually just so locked in the coach reactions.
Yeah.
You know, he is just banging the table, or he's like golf clapping, you know, like, all right, good,
like, all right, good hustle, guys, good hustle.
Good.
Yeah.
But he's in there with the scuba diving.
Oh, Quid forces the flash out of APA, and the Fate Seal
No, the secret agent.
Perfection Flowers, perfection. Able to use the E-snap.
So TTK, Sentinels got knocked out
keep track of him.
in the first round of the playoffs, but Sentinels will be playing in the Esports World Cup in the second week of July in Paris.
He does it without needing assistance from anybody else.
Whoever wins tomorrow will also go to Esports World Cup.
Here in this
Lion
second game,
and whoever wins today are going to MSI.
on this
If
Yone.
Cloud9 loses today,
this is going to be,
will be their
a problem that I don't know if
straight qualifying
C9
match
has the
to an
arithmetic
international
to
that they would have lost. That's just too rough.
Rift Herald
That's
spawned
just too
now.
rough if it
That was my
happens.
question before. Are we going to get a fight over this one? Considering Quid is already working on it and there's snap traps everywhere, I don't think C9 wants it.
I think, Flowers, now would be a good time for a Kia poll for chat.
Okay.
Kia poll.
Who do you think is more dangerous? Quid on Yone or APA on Ziggs? We'll see what chat thinks. It's not a very fair time to run that poll.
I was going to say, running that poll at this time is like a breathalyzer, man. Are people watching?
Spawn is diving under the turret. Scuba tank ready.
Okay,
so we'll see though.
Tank,
maybe that that's just.
I know maybe Cloud9's team house. They maybe they moved and now they're on like some
tremendous
cursed land or something.
Minions, so
the
always
last
good
2.5
wave
years
and
just
good
not
combos,
been
but
working out.
Team Liquid, they just have so much momentum in this series. It feels like, and
This is
already really snowballing the gold
and now they're
lead here
getting the first
again
turret
in this
bonus,
game
so
number
they're going to
2.
suddenly have a
Though
4K
Cloud9
gold
do
lead.
have 2 of the early dragons.
Now, the
and
only
they're
thing I'm going to
starting
say
up
is the one thing
another
is
one
they were
which they
taking
want
that
to get
turret.
here. Quid has teleport. He can join.
Yeah, Team
Cloud9
Liquid
is
immediately
on
tries to
the
challenge.
drake.
JJ throwing out the
Again,
temper fate, but he only
huge.
finds the dragon
So again,
with it. No enemy
the
champions.
Bard
Jose
had the
Viola,
ability to
top of the
freeze
dredge
the
line, Mega in
dragons.
front of
They
him, but not a whole ton of
stopped
value.
being
Corey,
able
the
to
only
do
one low.
damage
C9
to
on the
it.
retreat. Fate
And now they're all
Seal.
here.
Once again,
and
it
oh
catches
no.
APA.
Oh no.
He tries to get out, but
Oh
the call of Forge
no. Oh
God
no. APA
runs
died
him
again.
over. APA is
No.
one killed, and
But
he
wait,
won't
who
be
got
the
the-
only
who got the
one.
dragon?
Blabber dies next.
Who got
as
the dragon?
Thanatos tries
Oh
to
no,
fight
and
his
Liquid
way
got the
out, but
dragon.
there's no way
I think there's a
home.
turn
TL
for
gets
what's
the
happening
trade.
here.
They get 3 kills,
And I think it
and
might
they
be
are not
GG.
finished. Sven tries to escape, but
Oh,
Jan
no, and now the
chases him down
MVP
with
is
a
gonna
90
die
caliber
again.
net. A little bit more damage. Jan flashes forward
No
here with the headshot.
way.
He's underneath
No,
the
the
turret, but
MVP is not
Morgan
dead.
is tanking it for him. Team Liquid continues the chase.
Oh,
the shutdown
no, and
back
now
onto Jan does
Jan
happen,
did die
but
to the
Core
tower.
also gets the chase kill onto Vulcan.
Oh, no.
Team Liquid,
It's a 7,000
17
gold
minutes into the
lead.
game, 7,000
It's a 7,000
ahead.
gold lead.
TR feeling themselves. Flowers there flashing under tier 2 towers to go for dives after the objective.
No,
Here's another look
not
at it
like
where
this.
Quid just finished up on
Not
the tower
like
on top
this.
side, and Yone does have the teleport to come to this fight. Here's an initiation though. APA gets hit with the pillar just to slow down a little bit, and they're going to be looking at him. Look at Quid though. This Yone, boom, E walks straight for him. The edge of the Yone ult clips him. They get the good chunk damage. Then also the Caitlyn ult damage, meaningful too. Get him a little lower, and Morgan was able to bowl him over. So Jan, Quid, and Morgan all combine with ultimates to take down the Ziggs. And they're just having fun
Blake
out there
X.
playing League of Legends.
No, Cloud9 won the split
looking like-
undefeated. and in League of
That
Legends,
was an
everybody
A+
plays everybody.
fan
So they
camp,
were
man.
7-0 in the
This is
split.
not an A+
No,
position
no,
for
no,
C9.
not
Blabber
like
caught in his own
this.
jungle. The Rift is no longer safe, Kobe.
No.
If you're wearing a
Z
C9
Megatron,
jersey,
you're
you cannot
right. The
walk
coach
outside
needs
of
to
the
go
base
back to
walls
the
alone.
stream.
You have got to be careful.
Oh my
Every single
goodness.
brush could have a Team Liquid gank waiting and ready to send.
Yeah, Cloud9 up against the walls already. We're only 18 minutes.
So
into
Nader,
this
when
game.
somebody wins a
Last
jersey,
time it
we
took a
post it
little
in
bit
the
longer,
chat,
but
and then
Cloud9
you put your
already
Discord name, and
are
then we
feeling pressed.
connect over the Sentinels
Secondary
community
tower
Discord.
in mid lane was already taken.
So we'll do another
There
giveaway
are
at the end of this
objective
game.
bounties on
This
the Rift.
is
You don't
crazy.
like to see that
This is
early
just
in the game.
over.
The yellow glow
No,
of shame,
if Cloud9
around
had
the
managed to
turret.
at least
Or
get the Drake
could
in
it
that
be
fight,
a little hope?
then at least they would have the
Cloud9
ability to
hoping
get
for
the
a desperate
Infernal
comeback.
Soul, which
Yeah.
gives you
Well,
more
the problem
damage.
about that twinkle of hope
And therefore
is
even-
now
oh
Morgan's
no,
going
what is
in
happening
after
here? They just keep
Thanatos.
dying.
The Rumble that hasn't been able to find the success he needs so far this game. Morgan
No,
goes after him here for the killing
no.
spree.
Oh, wait, they're
Core
gonna get
JJ
a
tries
kill?
to escape
No,
for now.
they're
Blabber and
not.
Vulcan
They're not
arrive,
gonna get a
but
kill.
Morgan is just so tanky he doesn't
They're
care.
not gonna get a kill.
APA
They're
just
3
threw the
and
whole
4
kitchen
dominating.
sink into the river trying to
Oh,
hold Jan
no,
away
no,
as Joseono
no,
makes
no,
his way into the
no,
retreat
no,
path
no,
of
no,
Cloud9.
they're all here,
Quid's
they're
now
all here,
joined,
they're all here,
and that
they're all
means
here,
there
they're
is
all
no hope
here.
left here. C9 continue their retreat. Blabber gets followed through the magical
Oh,
journey.
no.
And Core
He-
JJ
that
finds
Bard
another
is-
double kill back over to the Bard.
Bard's
As
assassinating
Ben is the
people.
only man standing to bury the rest of his team.
It's a murder, Flowers.
This
It is
is
murder
rough.
after murder out there.
This
TL
is
chasing
so
them down,
rough.
running them through their own base.
Oh no,
Pre
this is
20
so
minutes.
rough.
17-2. Team Liquid almost averaging a kill per minute in a professional game, in a series that will qualify you for MSI if you win it. These guys are locked in.
And this Team Liquid team was built to win, built for success, but Flowers, for most of this season, that is not exactly what they have gotten, not what they actually paid for. Core JJ shouting out Cloud9 Classic here. They're always talking about beast modes, but Team Liquid, I don't think you're going to get any response to that because it's hard to all chat from the other side when you're down 10,000 gold. Back to TL, though. This team was built to win the entire league.
Wow.
It was built to qualify for international after
Oh,
international.
no.
Now they're built
Not
to
like
destroy
this.
Blabber.
Yeah, Blabber's out of the picture, and I was pondering this a little
18-2.
bit. Because game number 1, you already said that one wasn't as one-sided as this one was as quickly. But in game number 1, TL took the first Baron shortly before 22 minutes. Here in game number 2, they're going to shave 60 seconds off that time. That's a new PB. Personal
This
best.
is rough.
Team
This is hard to
Liquid
watch.
are all 5 persons
This
are
is hard
besting
to
their
watch.
counterparts
Cloud9
here
went
in this
7-0.
4-0-12 on Core JJ's bars.
Iron SM.
I cannot ask for a better performance from a support.
Welcome to
And
the
Morgan,
stream. This is so rough to watch. Cloud9 won.
605 carry on angle.
Cloud9
Flowers.
won.
Yeah, this
the
is
split.
I can't look at
7-0.
TL's performance this game and really find a whole lot to be
They went
upset
7-0.
about.
They
As
won their
Core
first
JJ
playoff game.
Trying to get away through the wall here. Opens
Wait,
up
they're
the
gonna get a
magical
kill.
journey, but he does
Hey.
get picked. Nice chain CC from Cloud9.
That was big for them.
To find the enemy support
'Cause they got
3
that
seconds
kill right before the Drake
spawn.
spawns.
Quid is still up in the top lane.
Now, I
does
think
have his teleport.
Liquid may
ready
just
to join
decide
the
to
rest
let
of
him
the
have
team
this
if need
dragon.
be.
Nope, they're not.
Here's that teleport coming in
They're
now.
gonna fight 4v5
It's going to be
'cause why not?
Morgan teleporting first to make sure he has the massive
I
shield.
love it. They're gonna fight
Stepping forward,
4v5.
C9 grouped up as 5.
Okay,
TL
they're
even
flipping
down
this.
a man.
Okay, so they're
the dragon
basically
pit, but now
just
Morgan
saying,
has a
oh
three-man
no, no,
knockout.
no, no,
Flowers
no,
gonna
no,
fight
no,
a
no,
very
no,
strong
no,
fight.
no.
As Jose is taking low,
Wait,
flashing
they
the
killed
edge of
their-
the
they
Nate
killed their
Thermal
jungler,
bomb.
but
He
wait.
still falls down.
Oh.
Thanatos dies next. Morgan zoning away too as APA tries to get away
Yon-
from Quid.
oh,
But
no.
no, sir, it's
Yon
the
may
same
be fed enough that
story
he can just kill this on his
every single
own.
time this game as Morgan just menacingly lumbers towards them and guarantees C9 has to stay away. 4v5 and Team Liquid slam the fight.
Morgan's hacking, man. It looked like he got Malphite ult and Ornn ult on the same champion.
The Yon
there. He's able to
damage.
get a
He's
3-person E to
3,200
start out
gold
the
ahead of
fight,
his
and
opponent.
then
Like
chase them down,
APA,
push
secret
them
agent
out with his
APA
own
is
real
3,200
ulti.
gold
So
behind.
he puts up his
Quid.
Q, that little pillar right there, and then he's looking at Cloud9 members all
So Quid was
hugging
the big
around
free
it.
agent
Boom,
pickup in the
juicy,
offseason.
3-person E
He was
into Quid,
he was
going
100
on
Thieves
to
mid laner,
Blabber. They delete the
and
enemy
100 Thieves
jungler. That was their
left
first
the
target. Take out
league,
the
so he
smite.
was a free
And then
agent.
Morgan, you see on the top side,
And
is forcing out
so
the entire
Liquid
bottom lane of
snatched him
Cloud9.
up, and then they were off to
TL
a very
fans gotta be
shaky
popping
start.
off.
These
We
fan
beat them in the
reactions
playoffs
have
of the
been
kickoff
incredible
tournament
here in
with
game
our
number
expansion
2.
team, our brand new team.
21-4 though. It's Team
But
Liquid.
it looks like Team Liquid has now
absolutely
got their act
dominating
together.
in this second one.
because
They've got the
this
Baron for another 60
is
seconds.
too
Quid is
clean.
pushing up the top lane. Everybody else applying pressure to the tier 3
my
turret over in mid. C9 trying to draw their battle lines to defend, but this is just not an easy task. They're going to need some kind of a miracle. They're going to need a Team Liquid blunder if we're being honest, because without one, TL are just way too far ahead.
They certainly are, Flowers. Rich as can be. They're inside the base, too. They've infiltrated.
I don't know if that was infiltration as much as it was just putting a battering ram to the door and saying knock, knock. Team Liquid going to knock their way through the top lane now as well as Quid knocks down APA once more. Jose kept alive, that tempered fate. Core JJ has done so much on the Bard here in game number 2, and we might just see the end of the game way sooner than I thought. When we started this second game, C9 trying to go for the 4v5 defense. Vulcan flashing forward, going in, trying to put the pressure onto Yon, but he cannot get it. Vulcan going to die first. Morgan in the back line, make sure Thanatos dies second. Blabber and Sven fighting on the steps of their own fountain, but Team Liquid still have not lost a man. TL came to Arizona ready to qualify for MSI, ready to play in the finals tomorrow.
So the winner of this game qualifies for MSI, which is the Masters for League of Legends.
They're not wasting any time in
And
this series either, Flowers.
2 teams from
Looking
North
to make
America
their
go
time here in
because Post
Arizona
Valorant
quick.
and North America, South
What
America
an
together.
impressive
North America,
showing.
South America
Obviously,
now
Quid
apart.
has the flashiest plays throughout the game on the Yone, on the carry.
guys. This is
core
so
JJ,
brutal.
even in that first fight up there in the topside river, he's the one who saves
another
Jose.
jersey giveaway.
He's the one who makes so many plays. He's the one who makes
but that's
it
the
happen.
thing, Z Megatron.
Analyst
The
Desk, are we
Cloud9 went
getting
7-0 in the split,
crazy.
and then rolled FlyQuest in the playoff, and it was like.
Well, we'll hear from the analysts later. First, we got to check in with FlyQuest. We got FlyQuest in the house at Mullet Arena. Cryogen, what's happening in this series? It's a 2-0 so far.
I mean, it seems like TL is just far better today, and honestly, we're really rooting for TL to win. And it looks like it's going to be a 3-0, so, I mean, that's a good game so far by TL.
Okay, you're rooting for TL to win. Griffin, are you rooting for TL?
It's like Mallet, too.
I was hoping it would be a close series, kind of, but I was expecting TL to win. But it's kind of been a stomp so far. Feels bad.
Kind of in a stomp? No.
Well, I gotta say, during the game, you were cheering pretty loud for TL. So it feels like, yeah, you're a little biased here.
Biased?
Oh, yeah.
Who's your bias?
I'm just trying to think. I feel bad because there's a lot of C9 fans in the crowd. They're a bit silent. And it seems like there's a bit more C9 fans than TL. So I hear when, they were rooting real loud. So
Look at those sad C9 fans. They showed out.
I would like to see APA lose.
APA, the secret agent.
See, that's what he was saying during the game. So I was happy that you're willing to say it there.
Secret
good luck getting
agent.
jumped on the way out of the arena. All right, let's hear from Gakkos back here. What's going on this series? How does C9 come back?
I mean,
Blake X Max Z, that is not wrong.
Otherwise, they wouldn't beat us. So I expected that.
Mossy, what about you?
I expected that.
How's C9 come back?
It seems like a quick 3-0, honestly. I don't think they're coming back. So
how does C9 come back? He's like, they unplug the PCs. They
All right,
hack
well, if we're
the
expecting
servers.
a liquid sweep, that means we don't have much more time in the arena here for all these amazing fans. So let's talk a little bit about the content that you guys are doing. Cryogen, you
welcome
just
to the
went on a
stream.
road trip with all of FlyQuest. Does the team still love each other after the road trip? Because that's a scary thing, going on a road trip with your buddies,
Does the
right? You
team
never know
still
what
love
you're
each
gonna
other
learn
after
about.
the road trip?
Honestly, the road trip was, I mean, it was pretty fun, but at times it was pretty scuffed, I can't lie. I was kind of hoping that we would be able to stream like the camping portion, but it was a bit tragic. But honestly, I thought it was really fun, and it brought us a lot closer. So.
They like drove down to Arizona, but they had no internet.
The road trip was really fun, and camping was like a good experience. But honestly, I got the ick from Griffin, because this guy cannot leave his phone alone. So I have to say that.
I agree. That was the most boring road trip I've ever had. I swear, I got so bad that we lost in playoffs because we had to do this thing because we lost instead of playing in front of the crowd. So I swear we're never losing again. Bro, we went camping. That's the worst experience I've ever had in my life, bro. 12 hours, no Wi-Fi, on the internet, nothing. I can't even look on social media. Bro,
What a
zoomer.
The zoomer kid pops off, full zoomer.
Bro, this guy could not get off his phone for 5 minutes, actually. I can't even lie.
Full
Like, we were in
zoomer.
camping, and there was no
Live.
service. We see this guy at the end of the road trying to look for service, bro.
How am I supposed to text people? There's no service. I can't text anyone.
He's gone full
So what I'm
zoomer.
hearing is for NA to win at Worlds, we just need to take your phone away for like a month, and then you'll be so craved for some entertainment. You'll start finding
He's
some
full
leagues. Is that it? Yeah.
zoomer mode.
I see the vision. I see the vision.
All right, we'll work on
Why
that.
is he so
FlyQuest,
mad
we'll
about
get on
this?
that,
He
right?
just
All right.
needs his
I hear
phone.
that
He's
there's also
full
an after
zoomer.
party. Gakkos, what's going on
He
with
can't
the
live
after
without
party?
Wi-Fi.
FlyQuest gonna be partying up tonight?
Yeah, we are giving a big party with Tradify. It's gonna be so fun.
That's awesome. And Cryogen, where can people get more information about the party if they want to go attend?
Yeah, make sure, if you guys want to come to the FlyQuest party, you guys go to our Twitter page and you RSVP there. It's going to be a really fun party, so I'm expecting to see a lot of people there, so make sure you guys go.
Yeah, go to the Tradify party. We need to get Gakkos some motion. Hey, we gotta get everyone lit. Everyone come.
All right, I got to take that away from him. They all think it's a sweep. What do we think, Mullen? Are we getting a sweep 3-0?
I kind of looking forward to 3-0 because I want to watch Brazil-Morocco, which probably looks. Oh, Brazil-Morocco. Wait a second.
I think you missed the spot over there.
Wait a second. Brazil plays Morocco. We might have a little civil war here in this. Uh-oh. Just saying. John QT versus Cortez.
Team Liquid has shown up in a big way. And Cloud9.
And Redux.
Where are they?
Team Morocco versus Team Brazil.
I'll tell you where they're not. They're not set up over here at this play because this was crazy.
Redux and John QT versus Cortez. I hope they're all speaking when it's over.
In the game.
They're here doing content
they have
today.
This play where they're going to try to set
if
it
they
up.
stop talking to each other.
Reset through bot for Vulcan. Vulcan is going to go off through mid, and they're saying, okay, we'll help APA. We'll help them
they're
get a
up
reset.
1,500 gold in a Drake.
Exactly.
They're doing well.
It's looking really good. So they have this plan. We'll get APA's reset. APA is sitting on a lot of gold. As you can see, he has his first item ready to buy. So Vulcan and Blabber are going to come through mid.
See what I can pull off
They're going to get the reset for APA. But I really feel like C9 is kind of over-rushing this play because APA is going to look for a recall.
All right, here we go.
Thanatos is still
We're
in the
try and do
process of pushing in
giveaways.
this wave. So as we roll it out, Core is in the area. He's kind of harassing them. Jose has already pulled the grubs.
While this all happens,
Blabber clearing out a ward. APA just now finishing his base. And you can see it's also kind of like split comms. You can see the assist pings right up here on the top side from Cloud9. You know, Thanatos and Vulcan are thinking, all right, maybe we can actually make a play over through here, push that out first. Then we could actually look to make a play over at grubs. But as APA is TPing in, Blabber says, Jose has no flash from the earlier play. Let's just full send it. But look at where your carries are right now.
Yeah.
APA has not yet arrived. What is Nautilus supposed to do to the Cataclysm Trundle? You can't hook through the wall. And Thanatos is not in range to actually land Flame Spitter or anything like that just yet. So he's going to throw down the Equalizer. APA arrives a little bit late. And Core has very good positioning right here to be able to actually get into position and deny a lot of this damage coming down. So the Rumble Equalizer gets dropped. Jose gets immune from all this. As APA arrives, he was already spamming out that ult. That gets immune as well. And APA now feels like, all right, we are fully committed to this. We need to rush the play. We're trying to get in on Jose. And that means he is now fully exposed to Quid. He's walking into melee range of the Yone, who did not even have his E available. So, you know, Quid is able to get free access into the backline and this massive ultimate without having Soul Unbound. He gets a 3-man ult because C9 just line up and it does not feel like they're talking through these plays. The setup is not correct. They're not on the same page. You don't need to rush it. Jose has no flash. Wait for your carries and be synced up.
Jose didn't even die as well. That was the last time the game was close because then C9 actually seemed to continue to rush plays. 24 deaths.
That was
in
big.
24 minutes.
The Bard
immuned
his teammate.
It's a tie between Core today and
so they couldn't kill him.
So fans get to break this tie. You can't just spam Jose and have him win again. I'm sorry, Jose fans.
They're gonna try.
So it's between Quid and Core. Very close,
Quid,
partially because
Quid
of
or
that
Core.
Yone
That was
play
big.
we just
They all
up.
popped
but
off.
Quid is popping off. So my prediction before the series
So we
was
Sentinels
Team
did
Liquid
beat Team
3-1,
Liquid in the
and it was
kickoff tournament to come in third.
Of Quid's performance the last 2 weeks.
All right,
looking
here we
like
go.
MVP
I've created
Quid,
one
and
of
if he
these orders of the
continues
winners. So
to
before
look
I give
like
away,
that, then they're likely
this
to
would
win
be the
series.
greatest execution of
When
all
you
time and
also
make Jerry
add on
and
the
Alex
fact
so
that
happy
C9
if I
is
pull
getting
this
worse
off.
by the minute, it becomes a sweep.
Yeah, when I started sweeping the floor, someone
If
in the
I
chat
pull
was
this
like,
off,
Raz
Jerry and
predict
Alex
C9.
would be so happy.
Yes,
Alex is
I
always
did.
looking at me when I
feel like
walk
don't
in.
have
He's
to
like,
say
"Hey
it.
Rob,
That
did
is
you do the tickets by any
quickest
chance?"
flop I've ever done.
I mean, I feel like I need to flop because I gave C9 games. I thought they were going to lose, and I feel like I need to change my prediction.
Like, Quid has been going crazy these last 2 series, but this is just the play that we've seen thus far from him. I think Team Liquid has just been a completely different team going through the lower bracket. A little bit has changed. Like, yes, the pass changing towards encouraging more tank supports have made it now Core JJ is impacting team fights a lot more, but I do think they are far more a cohesive team, and Quid is a much more, I think clear top-tier mid laner that we were expecting when he first came into this league.
Wow, what is happening?
I love Spawn getting into it there.
Yeah.
I think the big thing for me is you mentioned Core, and I agree on the engage support thing, but he's played Rakan and Bard thus far.
Yeah.
He's been everywhere, and I think it brings up the point where all of these compositions are so good for, like, Quid fits in them super, super well, right? Like, there was so much setup for him to end up getting that 3-man Yone ult in there.
Yeah.
And not that he's being carried by his team, just that the entire team.
40-6.
Wow.
Okay,
First game was
16-2.
Look at this. I know they're putting up the Cloud9 record of despair.
I don't even want the graphic behind us to be shown because it actually feels bad. I feel so bad for C9 fans because the team performed so well during the regular season, and every time they have a chance to go international, they lose. It happened last week, 3 games in a row. They now need to win 3 games in a row to not add a 9th series.
Yeah.
I mean,
going
ninth. From an
I thought it
undefeated
was 7.
season
This
to
is
getting
9.
swept in back-to-back international qualifying series, there is not a more disappointing way for your year to end.
Yeah, and the fact that we can
Their
see
year is not over.
The coach
This is
cam,
only 2/3
not
of the
only
way
from
through.
the clips that they throw out there for the community to see on YouTube, but also here live in person, the coaches must be fuming.
They gotta be, but if you're on site for spring finals, make sure to check out the Riot Games dev panel at ASU's Mullet Arena before the games tomorrow. So show up early, check that out. Also, don't miss any LCS action when you get your favorite foods delivered on Uber Eats for less.
Get fed, don't
We're gonna be right back and see, can TL make the sweep a reality, or will C9 bring the comeback?
Pressure's on.
Wow.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Red Bull gives you wings. All right. I got to track down Alex, but wait. First, I got to give away these jerseys. I'm so close getting these jerseys given away. Alex is going to be so shocked. Who's going to be more shocked? Alex or Jerry? That's the question. All right. Boom. Okay, wait, Jerry, why is there an 88 and a 90 but not a... Alex, I gotta get Alex so we can give him some more. Now that I've already given these jerseys away.
Feed.
Get fed.
Get fed.
There you go, Jerry. Someone created an accent on accident. Oh, you created one. So, Jerry, did you see that? Did you see what's already happened here?
Red Bull gives you wings.
Tilted 0282, welcome to the stream. All right, so when I find Alex, we're gonna give away 2 more blackout jerseys.
The absolute legend who went from gaming on her
Let me go
phone
find
to
Alex.
ruthless online streaming slayer with no mercy for any living thing is your mom?
Hey guys, apples with peanut butter?
How is this possible?
With AT&T Wireless and Home Internet.
Hey, text me if you need anything.
Level up your connection with AT&T Wireless and Home Internet, now available across the nation.
No, she's so nice in real life.
That's naughty. It's I think 60. Did you get one? Pick up her? No, here. Pass up. Jarvan ulti. What am I Peter? No flash. Hey, I can rotate. They use ult. Okay. They use a lot already. Look at Chicks. Oh, nice ulti. Nice. He's gonna take the Porter. You get it? Nice.
Team Liquid almost averaging a kill per minute in a professional game, in a series that will qualify you for MSI if you win it. These guys are locked in.
Game, gunfire and flames. I hear echoes of my name being called in a Hall of Fame. You ever get the feeling your inner cause to be great? I want championship rings and a trophy cabinet display. To be H, I feel like TBE. If I'm mid, then I'm KDB. Rookie, but somehow I still end up as the MVP. My kick game like Fredo, or better yet, MVP. Champion at MP3, that's why they all envy me. Make the ground shake, make the ground shake. We did it like that way, we did it our way. Break the sound wave, break the sound wave. Hall of Fame theme music, man, we don't play. Make the ground shake, make the ground shake. We did it like that way, we did it our way. Break the sound wave, break the sound wave. Hall of Fame theme music, man, we don't play.
muted. Oh wait, somehow when I went in to create the tickets, my headset went out. Discord kind of messes with me when I'm...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the LCS Spring Finals driven by Kia. We are now potentially one game away from a Team Liquid victory here over C9 after a dominant game 1 and an even more dominant game 2 from TL.
Yeah, even FlyQuest were in there calling for the early 3-0. But the C9 fans are in the audience. I see them everywhere. And they are loud too, getting into it. All right, Cloud9 fans, do you think you can reverse sweep? You've got to start now.
Yup, it's got to start here. It's 3 in a row for C9 or their
Sometimes
split
Discord
is
just
over.
does that.
They have to wait all the way until summer to play some more. This last chance opportunity here in the lower bracket final
right,
to
so
still
Jerry, did you
qualify
see
for
that?
MSI, to still
Desi
qualify
Cat is
for the
back.
finals tomorrow, to have a chance to play for the title. But it's gotta start here.
I clicked it accidentally.
Game number 1, it was Jose Diodo making play after play after
Sleeping
play after
Snipes.
play.
I was
Game number 2,
just
it's
locked
JJ
into
on
the
the bar,
Discord as I was
getting
giving
so
away all
much
those
done.
tickets
It's
yesterday.
Yone just
I spent like 2 hours filling out all the tickets.
10 times over.
And then
C9 have not had anyone
somehow I
step
went
up
to
that
click
same
something and I
level just
accidentally
yet.
clicked the hangout.
What
Nobody
are they gonna
joined
need,
me.
Flowers
So I left.
to kick them into gear here. I'm feeling like
But more importantly, I have
or
no
something
sound.
like that, one like real signature.
I need Alex to come save me.
champion.
He's supposed to be coming down to give away
see
some
what they
jerseys.
can do. Maybe focus top lane. That has been a route for them because if you look at the stats, you know, Cloud9 are significant damage portion comes from top lane, much more significant than most of our other teams. And APA, of course, you know, the mid lane takes a more facilitating role. And
You let the dogs out?
Because mid lane
You?
is currently still the focus
You?
with a lot of the similar perma bans going, that respect with the Akali and the perma of the
Alex is
Cassio
sprinting down the
Orianna.
hall.
Yeah, this is exactly.
Somehow
I believe, the
Discord
same
like
6 champions
reset
that were
me when
banned
I was in
game
there making
number
those
2 in that
tickets.
first rotation. The Orion
And
Castle
now
you're
I have
talking
no
about.
sound.
The Varus kept away for the power pick in the bottom lane. Lucian Karma banned out by C9.
But I did
and they
create the
continue to
2 winning
respect
tickets.
the Quid
They've already
Akali
been-
that could be locked in early.
They've already got their
But C9's first
confirmations.
pick here, they dropped the Lulu for Vulcan,
There,
which means
you did.
it's got to be some
See, it
kind of a
claims it has
hyper carry
volume.
for Sven.
And Sven
And it's
this
on.
season has really been a fan of the Yunara, much more in the beginning when Yunara was truly OP, but they could still go with the Lulu Yunara or,
right.
you know, like you're saying, a
All
different
right.
hyper carry of Jinx.
Okay, you ready to do the giveaway?
And I fit one of those in.
No.
Meanwhile, the engage of the Nico, which
Can you?
if it
Or
was
you wanna wait and do them
Cloud9
both
Nico, then you think there's more of a possibility of like mid lane, APA takes it
All
or
right, here
something,
we
but
go.
it is a TL Nico, and
Giveaway
so you're
2.
pretty sure that is core JJ. Nico on the bottom side, and now you're 100% sure.
Yep, that Nico will be going to the support role as the Victor is
All right.
locked in early for Quid here. Pretty standard pick.
All
just
right,
long range
we've
control
got
range,
a
cleared
fun
waves very
one.
well. There's nothing crazy that you've got to be prepared for with this guy.
For the next
You know, unless you
giveaway,
give him a
as soon as
couple
Alex
resets
gives
and
me
a
the
team fight
go-ahead.
and the Storm takes up the whole screen, but
Yeah.
Thank you, Sleeping
All
Snipes.
right, so we talked about Sven being a pretty big
All right.
fan of the
As soon
Yunara.
as Alex gives
and
me
still
the
holding on
go-ahead
to that
for
one.
the
They are
giveaway,
going to lock
I
it.
will
so,
throw the giveaway into chat.
Yunara, of course, you know, you do
We'll
have
give
your
away
own
2 more
jump when you
jerseys.
activate your
I already
ultimate,
put the
and
tickets
if
in,
you
much
can
to
work
Alex and
around
Jerry's
the Nico
shock.
engages, can still be very effective, especially in clumped up team fights.
We got.
Meanwhile,
I mean, I
into
have
the
to say
Victor, a couple
the
options here
champions
for
at Team
APA.
Liquid. You ready?
Early hovering onto the Syndra, but eventually going with
Got
this Twisted Fate. That C9 are one of our teams that have effectively used the mid lane Twisted Fate.
Okay.
And play
I'm
around the
typing
gold
in
card
the
timers,
chat
play around that
what the
range
giveaway
of
code
the
is.
Single target stun, and if you have a Twisted Fate to play down to your hyper carry of your Yunara Lulu,
So it is
as well. Put that
exclamation
enemy lane in
point,
check, which is going to be
C9
some sort
question
of Nico,
mark.
looking like the Ezreal. That does make a lot
Exclamation
of sense.
point, C9
with
question
the
mark.
combination for the poke damage,
We'll let it
and
run
Ezreal,
until the draft
pretty
is
common,
over, and as soon as the draft is
response to the
over, we will
Yunara
do
as
the giveaway.
well.
Exclamation point C9 question mark. Get a free blackout jersey. And for the first time ever, I am getting these tickets put together faster than you can win them.
The thing is, though, playing Twisted Fate into a champion that has the extreme pushing capability that Victor has
my goodness.
means that if APA does look for these plays, if he does look for
all right, so these are like classic matchups here between Liquid and C9. The second game was even worse than the first.
And that's why I think that
like
Cloud9
both games go the same way. I think
some sort of jungler that can fight well,
you know,
because you want a Twisted Fate to
Liquid
be able to
they got
also
first blood.
make plays with like an invading jungler or just some sort of jungler that's going to put pressure.
28-4.
Like a Xin, like Xin is up, Jarvan is up.
Just
Jarvan's banned.
ran
Jarvan
them
actually,
over.
Excuse me, not Jarvan. Pantheon was what I was thinking of.
Just
The
ran
Xin or the
them
Pantheon.
Hey, I agree. You look great today. Good job.
Jerry says he's not going to participate this time.
The fans in Arizona.
All right, so as soon as we get through, the draft
for
has
Nexus.
2 more picks.
That is a classic.
That's a rough trade.
That's what
When the
maybe
draft is over,
Cloud9
we'll
really
pick
needed to index
Cloud9.
more into the
By the
scuttle
way,
crabs.
did Cloud9 get swept by Lion? I think they did.
Well, they won't be able to index.
Cloud9 went 7-0 in the split, beat FlyQuest in the first round of the playoffs, and now have lost 5 straight games. When they got to the qualification matches, they're over.
Well done, production.
8-0 match score before
It's going to be all
qualification.
top lane
They
bans
can't
from
win a
both
game in
sides
the
here in the
qualification
second half of the
matches.
draft, though, as the Gnar and Jace are banned out by TL.
Oh
The
my
the Jack
goodness.
banned away by C9. Remember, C9
All right, here we
wanted
go.
first pick here in
Wait,
his third
what is
game,
that
just like they did in
champion?
game number 2.
Oh, okay,
so
they're
that
trolling.
means TL
I was like, wait.
will get their counter pick here at the very end.
No, I mean,
They're
it's going to be a
trolling.
jungler.
Crowd always wants
There's
team
no way
or
they're
high
early
runner.
picking
These
the
are the
top runner
crowd
when they have
favorites.
counter pick. They
that
can
would be
guarantee
crazy.
it.
Team
So,
no way.
Let's see. Honestly, they just need something kind of stable from
Oh,
Jose. Ooh, okay. They're going to go with the early Nefiri.
Nefiri, who's 7-3.
And Nefiri is very good when enemy is showing Twisted Fate. So obviously you can immune
the Nefiri
gold card
Twisted
very
Fate
easily with
matchup.
Nefiri. And you have a lot of mobility, but the instant double lock C9, they get denied the Gnar with the ban, but they still
all right,
want the
last
same
chance,
idea we're talking about
spam,
with Thanatos can
exclamation
carry.
point, C9
And
question mark
Thanatos,
in the
I'm assuming
chat,
is gonna
and
be
Alex is
Ambessa.
going to go
Technically, we have had
running,
the
pick
opposite, where
the 2 winners.
Sejuani goes top and Jungle gets Ambessa.
By the
But
time
I
you
would
get to
give
your
that,
desk, this
I would
pick will
literally
have
give
been
that 0% chance this game.
It is Shen.
You're giving the carry opportunity
here we go.
to Thanatos, the guy that has been able to carry from the
Team
top
Mitch
lane
13,
like
yeah, don't be
no
greedy.
other. And you give him some Sejuani synergy to work with, some CC to work with, in addition to a Twisted Fate. So honestly, I do really like this draft from Cloud9. You have 2 lanes, side lanes that can carry either you
All right,
with Lulu
Blake
Buff
X
or
Max
Thanatos
Z.
on his
That makes
Ambessa.
sense.
Both APA and Blabber can play to those side
And
lanes.
Retta PlayStation, you're the winner. Okay, so type into chat your Discord
as far as
username.
being able to Shen ult onto a Nico. It
And
kind of solves one of Nico's later
then
game
Jerry will
problems
tell you
where
what to
are a
do
bit
so you
squishy.
can
Sometimes
get
you
your
get
information.
popped, but Cortex
So you
is
need
very
to
good at
join
getting
the
into good
Sentinels
angles,
community
and you
Discord.
get the Shen on your back, then the engage is
Game Master
really
AT,
dangerous.
did you get your
It's also
email
so effective
confirmation?
at preventing Twisted Fate from doing what he wants to do, or my favorite version of all the possibilities with this composition, Dog Missile. As soon as
Jerry,
you
oh,
fire
Steve
Nefiri into the back
Blake
line,
X Max
you've got
Z
Shen attached
and
right to
Retta
it as a rocket
PlayStation.
thruster,
Type your
and you've
Discord
got
name
so
into
much
your
pressure
respective
on whoever they
chats.
want to go after.
Now I hope that
PlayStation
you get
on
the hot dog
YouTube
Nefiri skin
and
so you can
Blake
get your hot
X
dog
Max.
missile.
Your Discord
Hot dog
name is
missile
Blake
sounds
X
good.
Max
Somebody give
without
Kangas
the
some
Z.
hot dogs to throw to the crowd if it happens, because that would just
Today
be
I am on
a
it.
sick way
I am
to celebrate
on
being
like
back
Team
in the
Liquid
arena
today.
here
I am
again.
not
And
like
the other thing that Shen
C9.
does that is very good
I am
for
banging
Twisted
out.
Fate,
Oh,
not just the global,
Brazil now.
but you
I'm
can
gonna
also
watch on my
block
other
auto
screen
attacks.
over
So try and
here.
get the block down
Nobody
for gold
judge
cards
me.
for people. It does make it sometimes annoying
I'm
for
gonna
Twisted
watch
Fate
on my
if
other
the
screen
Shen is
the
next to
Brazil
someone
match.
and he's able to get the block zone up and block the gold card. Not too often, but sometimes, you know, if Twisted Fate would have been thinking about going to the top side to gold card, then it also is a stopper there, because obviously you can easily time it for yourself.
So one thing that I do want to watch throughout this game, 2 Summoner Spellbooks on C9, both APA and Blabber, running that Keystone. A lot of possibility, a lot of room for creativity there. Good usage of that can change the course of a fight with an exhaust, with a heal. Lots of different choices. And C9, they have got to be mentally resilient here. Game numbers 1 and 2, it's not like they were particularly close. it was Team Liquid.
Like, actually, you just need to go in there,
ahead,
give your information,
game,
and
around that topside river fight that just
Sleeping Sniper just having fun.
But in a best of 5,
watching
your ability
some
to
Brazil
keep your
World
minds
Cup
on
on the
track,
other screen.
reset after a rough game, come back into this
Get
one
ready
knowing you're back at square zero.
Esports World
That's
Cup,
what you got to be able to do if you want to reverse sweep.
And we already
next
saw,
week we'll
right,
be giving away. So anybody who would like to come to Paris to watch either Sentinels Apex playing in the World Cup or just to attend the Valorant tournament at Esports World Cup,
hitting CS out of your passive.
there will be multiple ways to win the trips.
The chat goes
If you're a SEN Society member, if you're not, you should go join for $5.
Jose is bottom.
Monsoon Apex is the captain of our Apex team.
It is a weird colored hot dog with the chroma,
defending world champs. Are you kidding me? Tell me this isn't true. Say it ain't so.
The hyper carry Yunara is first blood in 2 minutes and 6 seconds into the game. And Team Liquid is on the board with Jose Diodo.
So.
Yeah, the hype around the carry, Jose Diodo.
Where was
the
I?
hype around the carry is.
So follow Monsoon, Jonah P, or John QT, and we're gonna have some contests next week. Make sure you have a passport, W Monsoon. So we're gonna be doing some giveaways. We're gonna attend either the Valorant tournament or the Apex tournament. Last year, I was able to kind of take people to both, so hopefully I'll be able to do that. I will be there. So hopefully I'll be able to do the same thing.
Nefiri getting the kill, but props again to Core JJ.
This is so rough. Cloud9 has lost 8 straight matches when an international was on the line.
Okay, fine, you got me.
They lost last Sunday. Now they're losing 2-0, and they're already behind. And Jose Diodo is on one of those champions where if he gets ahead, he can just snowball the game. So they're kind of in trouble already.
Is a problem. The champion can just do so much damage all at once.
See, the casters saying what I said.
You do have the Lulu to try to protect whoever gets dove.
Gordon Pong last year was hype.
Blabber is being able to get the bottom side crab. I kind of
Join
like that,
Sentinels Discord.
He warded his own red and dropped it so that he could get the crab and make the fans happy for the Blabbers Crabbers. Get the bottom side, and he can go back and get his red afterwards anyway. No big deal there. Make sure he does not get double crabbed.
Burst down here onto Vulcan as C9 will try to get this wave shoved up, crashed into the turret. Also a massive wave crashing into the top lane turret there as Thanatos has controlled that one against Morgan here early. I think there is a lot of pressure on Thanatos in this game because you're on a champion like Ambessa that you said can carry from the top lane, because he's been, I just think, so far and away throughout almost the entirety of Spring Split, by far the best top laner. And so now, being put on this champion at this do or die must win moment, he's really got to step up.
Yeah, best top laner in the league. Morgan has picked a pretty good nullifying stopper champion for the top side. You know, Shen for the absorb, be kind of fine up there, and then you can, as we say, block gold cards with your dodge zone. It still can get really dicey if Sejuani goes up there because you can block some autos, but Sejuani brings a lot of CC anyway with the ulti, so we'll see.
Daco Tab.
They decide to focus since bottom side's then already
3-stream watch streak.
Having a little trouble.
Ooh, Core JJ walks up. He goes for the tank.
Yes, Sleeping Snipes, we will figure out a watch party for stage 2.
Was right there waiting. That could have been another big problem. If nothing else, it should have at least been summoner spells.
But before
nice
that,
juke from Sven keeps him safe for now.
We will be hosting.
They're just trying to keep their farm consistent here.
We will be hosting in Paris, so anyone with a passport,
level 6 for Twisted Fate.
anyone with an actually current passport. Last year we had people with no passport, people with expired passports.
Shen can save anybody on his team except for Shen. So the only person that can't get to stand united is who you've got to hit. And Blabber is making a trip up towards this top lane right now. You can see the pings though. As TL does have
so Morgan's champion Shen has a ability called Stand United, where he just shows up. He teleports next to you, and he just shows up next to you to help you defend yourself.
To be able to get the little look around, and he's going to go complete the recall anyway. We're looking for the bottom crab, by the way. So Blabbers Crabbers join powers now.
Vulcan walking into the tri-brush, finds poor JJ waiting. Does eat a good little chunk of damage there. Jose versus Blabber here.
I saw a lot of people. It's a blackout jersey.
To try to keep going
Although,
here.
yeah, it's a blackout jersey.
Back up over the wall there with
and
the
blackout
Arctic Assault
jerseys can't be custom or have player
bringing
names.
help
They just say
faster.
Sentinels on the back.
Jose smites the crab away after seeing Blabber's re-entry, so Blabber's just going to go back to his own jungle. Another thing that's important to remember is even though Jose got off to that good start with the first blood down there in the bottom lane, Blabber, as the Sejuani, your first purchase is so cheap with the Protoplasm harness, and it's so powerful too. It could really be a big X factor in one of these early skirmishes, one of these early neutral objective team fights that we've seen in both the previous games.
Yeah, Sejuani always still going to provide that value, no problem. We've actually seen Blabber get counter jungled really hard on Sejuani and still come back and
so there are plates on the top of each turret. Those little, there's like 4 plates. So each time you hit the plate, you get gold.
And still able to have a meaningful
And then
impact.
you knock down the turrets, you get
See.
gold.
Their bottom lane, of course, and their mid lane were both getting pushed in, so you don't always get to.
Oh my
be the
goodness,
sole
this
determining
is
factor
rough.
Of your
Now, to be
crab
fair,
power.
Cloud9 has stabilized, so even though Jose got the first kill, it is
wrapping
tied.
around
Here it comes
again. Twisted
and they
Fate,
don't have
kind of,
any...
you can see him hovering too.
Oh, they
Anytime
do have a
hover
ward
Twisted
there, so
Fate,
they would see
you
him
get
if
the
he
mirror.
shows up.
Ooh, public execution though from Thanatos. Wants to go in after Morgan. Protects himself for now. But
Morgan!
Thanatos is not quite enough.
No!
He commits the ulti, but Morgan gets away. Now Quid in danger. Gold card
Wait,
immediately.
how were they managing
C9
to
trying to
gank?
strike hard here in the mid lane.
I guess it was a
One
solo.
more gold card.
All right, here we go
Deals
again.
him a losing
Cloud9.
hand. Quid is down, and APA gets
Cloud9
the kill.
Cloud9 attacking 2 lanes at once. One with the
Cloud9 is
1v1 on top side, and then the gank
competitive
in mid lane.
early.
Wow, Jose is taking the Dragon, so objective still picked up for Team
But they
Liquid.
did.
But
Now, this is a
Cloud9
reverse
getting on the
where
board with a kill.
TL got the first
and
Drake this time.
Doesn't look like they.
Ooh, APA wants
What
to get
in
away
the
from it.
world?
Hound's pursuit chases him underneath the turret, but immediately Call of the Pack has to be used to back off after the Tangle Barbs miss from Core.
It's an old one, but a good one, Flowers.
I missed this one.
Quacklin,
This is a classic
welcome
one
to the
right
stream.
here.
I feel comfortable.
Limeade juice, welcome.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It feels like coming home as Team Liquid. They took the first Drake. It was
welcome.
a later first Drake than in the first couple of games. Previously, we would see it around when it spawned. This time around of 7.5
Sparks
minutes.
20,
and now,
I
with the
will
Void Grub
figure out
spawning
a
shortly
plan.
thereafter, Jose is going to go ahead and pick those up as well. So early neutral control for Team Liquid.
Sparks 20, why don't you open a new ticket
take
on
a
the
look.
Discord for yourself?
4JJ hit
And then
6, so you
tell me
really
where you want me
gotta
to send the
keep tabs
stuff.
on them by pressing
we'll figure
tab
out a plan of
and
what to
tracking
send.
that Nico.
I may have to
Advice,
change what I
Nico
send you
press tab.
because of the
Currently
customs
up in the
issues,
top
but I'll
side
get you
2v1,
something.
So it's pretty easy when they're at the tower, but are going to have to look out for those. Again, if you've got the Nico Shen combination, can be deadly. Definitely helps if your Shen is already getting pummeled and pushed under tower. And Sven actually doing a good job there on the Yunara, pushing Morgan in, chunking him low. You want to keep up the pressure on the source of the global, what you're talking about previously, where keep Shen low, keep the pressure on Shen so that even if he can like get away from you and
Jerry, open
get
a
an ult
ticket.
off,
Why not?
He'll lose a lot for doing so.
Right, you'll have control, you'll have push, and even if he arrives, if he's
Brazil
chunked to half
versus
HP,
Morocco is
that
starting
might not be
just
the
in
turnaround
time
in
for
the
when this
battle
ends.
that Team
What if
Liquid
Cloud9
would
makes a
be
miracle
hoping for.
comeback?
Cloud9 with a very modest gold lead right now, but again, that can be kind of deceptive in a game with Twisted Fate. Kind of what you were talking about earlier. Yeah, he gets the bonus dice gold whenever he kills stuff, but that's built into the kit. He's
This
balanced
is kinda
around it.
crazy,
He's supposed to be
I gotta
ahead
say.
in terms of money. Steps forward here, closes a little bit of distance onto Quid, closes enough to grab at least the stun for the quick little bit of damage, but it's not like Quid's feeling a whole lot of pressure here. Blabber still hanging around.
My only complaint about football is players acting like they got shot when they get kicked in the shin.
Because the further ahead you can get APA,
I mean, come on,
the
man.
faster you can get him to that Twisted
Oh,
Fate 3-item power
oh.
spike where you have your rapid fire cannon and you can really set up picks, the more well-equipped
Okay.
C9 will be to find
That could
the
be a
play
good
that
match.
wins them their first game in this series.
And I like that you say Blabber should do it because Sejuani is very good at playing very
That
like,
could be a
non-committal
very good
engages.
match.
Against the Shen, a lot of times you kind of want to make an engage but not fully commit to it. And
Yeah.
Sejuani is very good at
Stay
doing.
psych.
Yeah, exactly. So you get the Shen ult burned, and maybe back off if necessary, or fully burst them down if you actually have the angle. But Sejuani is very good at having options, has the mobility, has the long range, in addition to the CC. So can kind of pick and choose your battles and make your choices wisely. APA currently is
Make
sitting
your
on the
choices
Ghost and
wisely.
Teleport with his Summoner Spellbook, and Blabber is currently topside as well. Teleport invested to go back to mid lane, though, and Twisted Fate ult still being held on to.
All right, C9 bottom lane, 63 stacks, or 53 stacks, sorry, can't read, on the Cull left for Sven before he'll be able to cash in on that one, catch up a little bit on this small gold deficit down here that Jan has earned for himself on the Ezreal. 1.5 minutes until the next Drake spawns in this one. First was Mountain, second was Ocean. The two big defensive Drakes will be out of the opportunity there for what Soul arises. Lots of vision control down here in the bottom river right now for the TL side. You can see 3 different control wards placed down around the Dragon Pit itself. Mid side brush, banana brush. Jan trying to get back now, though. Has
he had
to
the flash.
The arcane shift over the wall to make
In
sure
League of
Sven can't follow
Legends,
up
the
with
2
damage
most
after
important
bolting bottom
things
slow.
are your flashes and your
All
ultimates.
Right, continue to farm here.
Because the ultimates for a lot of
Getting
champions can
the recall
pretty
from
much
Jan,
confirm a kill or a half a
if he
kill,
has
and a flash
his
can basically avoid a kill or a
completion.
half a kill.
Picking up some more resources, some more pots here to continue the kind of slow mid game. I mean, Shen always does this where having the block. Oh yeah, there you go. He gets the full Trinity Force. Shen always kind of does that where he kind of slows it down a little because even when you have Sejuani ult ready and Twisted Fate on your team, can definitely be a bit of a stopper to a lot of those plays you'll look for. And since everybody's holding on to their flashes still, it's not like there's a really good opening to punish. So see here with limited vision and information as well. Blabber coming right back out to open on the bottom side of the map. Where Jose
Wait, Casemiro still on the Brazil national team? Isn't he like 50 years old?
Core JJ next to him. Team Liquid again, trying to control the neutral objectives. Remember,
I feel like he's been on the. Was he in the infamous Brazil 7-1 team?
Teleport brings Quid right back into the mix as Blabber and APA are forced back a bit. Jose Dioto still just hanging around the banana brush here.
I will knock out those tickets.
As he tries to make his way back over here. Drake not started yet by either side.
I won't during the game since I'm watching Cloud9, Liquid, and
recall.
Morocco Brazil at the same time.
Yeah, he has his teleport if he needs to go back to top lane.
Oh, somebody just got shot in the Brazil-Morocco game. Oh no, he just tripped. Come on, football players, be better. Why do we have to pretend to be dead? I don't understand. Why do we have to pretend to be dead?
To stack those neutrals. Thanatos will cash in on some plates top side in the meantime.
Yeah, money here for Thanatos.
I get hit harder in trying to get Red Bull out of the refrigerator.
So it is going to be the 2 dragons and the 2 blue buff steals for C9.
You were really correct about the thing about.
I'm not a fan of soccer flopping when the guy lays on the ground and flops around like he's going to die. Not a fan.
As APA and Blabber coming up to help him, they attack the Shen. They go for the dive. Thanatos not
no way, no way, no way, no way!
In the 1v3 gets out alive.
Did that Sejuani ult hit you, Flowers?
Uh-oh. They're trolling Blabber.
Morgan stays alive.
Okay, so he was.
I mean, I guess I understand part of the flopping is it's the way to get them to look at VLR, where sometimes they don't.
I'm sure we'll have a replay.
But
we'll slow it down a little
in a moment.
But you don't need to stay there for half an hour. You can land on the ground. You can fall. You don't have to flop and then look like you are dead. That's my complaint.
Field thrown down. But the heal and the ghost from APA get him
not
away
a fan
from
of the
that
acting like you're
Quid
dead.
Is able to trap him nearby. Now Jose Dioto is still waiting here in the brush. Team Liquid's going to get this wave shoved up. They're just going to go for the dive here onto APA. Pop Blossom forces the flash of the Twisted Fate.
Oh no!
And Team Liquid shows them how to get
right
the
back.
3v1
Team
done.
Liquid is
they
immediately
make the dive happen.
back.
They get the extra kill. Vulcan forced to use Wild Growth defensively after the ulti reset there for the Nico.
Come on,
now
Jerry.
protected by the Stand United. Morgan shows up to make sure that Sven has to fully retreat.
Okay, he does retreat though.
In American football, if anyone laid on the ground like that,
they should be able
and they're
to
wearing
recover
full
from
pads,
that.
anyone laying on the ground like that, they would bring out an ambulance.
On the top side after the attempted play from Cloud9. And yeah, it was a prediction ult from Blabber trying to predict the flash. And so that's what just makes even more important Morgan's sidestep.
What I love is when they are trying to draw a penalty and they just lay there and their team keeps playing, and then the ball's coming around them, and then they can't decide, do I get up and get back in the play, or do I keep trying to pretend I'm hurt?
First he's going to block the gold card with the dodge, and then this sidestep there. Dodges out the Sejuani ult, who was predicting, and then he's able to still have his flash dash to get out of range. Really nice from him.
Ghostly Live, welcome to the stream. We are watching Cloud9 try and not lose their 9th straight qualification match in League of Legends, while at the same time, I am tracking Morocco, Brazil on my laptop, and it seems like this is going to be a fun match. So if the Cloud9 Liquid match ends soon, I'll be ready to lock in.
Down here in bottom lane,
Red PlayStation, yeah, we're doing the blackout ones because we have some inventory. The Madrid ones, we're just doing a pre-order. So tomorrow's the last day. Anyone who wants to get the Madrid jersey, you need to get it ordered by tomorrow. It is dead even in gold, but Liquid has 2 drinks.
Trade
dead even in gold. That's pretty funny.
Through, and this game much closer than previous Flowers. So
is it really much closer? Because it seems to be the moment in the game where Liquid takes them over.
They have a lot of work to do to claw their way back, but it starts with one game at a time.
Ghostly Alive.
Being used by TL though, and this tower's already low.
I'm gonna root for Brazil and Morocco since we've got Brazil and Morocco in our office.
Really open up the map for themselves. Start to take over some of the jungle vision. Solid setup for TL, going to get another charge as well.
Yeah, that's even more plate money going their way. Now Blabber trying to defend himself in the jungle, make sure he controls his wolves still. But Jose and Core roaming around as this jungle support duo trying to choke their opponents.
C9, well, they're not getting destroyed in this game. They're only behind by 600 gold.
No, they don't want to full send on the Mbessa like that. Not with the rest of C9 around and ready to
But the first 2, yeah.
The next dragon spawning in under 60 seconds now. As C9 want to move forward, should be able to secure this Scuttle Crab. As Yon takes his retreat in the mid lane.
I'm watching out of my peripheral vision, but it looks like Brazil just had a real good header opportunity, and the guy just missed it. Am I wrong about that? Who else is watching the World Cup? Oh, it just went behind him.
Certainly will. See if they are able to utilize that.
Oh, no, he did touch it.
Oh,
he did get his head on the ball. That could have been
a little bit early, so push that timer up.
That could have been something.
Man, Jose on 2 items. Yeah, you were talking about how cheap like the Sejuani items are, so Sejuani can match, but I feel like this Nefiri shreds with the cleaver, Voltaic as well. Stack up your Conqueror. See if they
this
can
would be the
move
most
in.
miracle.
Okay. They've already got early priority on
back.
the lane brush here. Core JJ sitting and waiting with the Nico, threatening the Nico plus
Ghost Alive, I'm doing all that.
Okay.
That is all
There's
true.
Your Twisted Fate ulti.
Here we go.
Morgan also going to arrive now into the bottom lane of the tier 1. To answer the wave being shoved up now. The rest of Team Liquid's got to be careful though. Jose Diodo chunked down to 1/3 HP. C9 grouped up as 5. Control over the river belongs to them. They still have the Scuttle Crab for the next little bit. Jose Diodo on the backs of the pit, still thinking about trying to steal this one away. Quid gets tagged there by the Arc of Ruin. Public execution, diving in the back line. Defensive pop blossom trying to keep the mid lane safe. Blabber taking a ton of damage, but the protoplasm harness keeps him alive. Both sides firing back and forth.
Jose made it into the pit, and he got the dragon!
Jose steals the dragon.
Oh, no!
Nobody dead yet, but C9's on the run. Team Liquid managed to secure the objective and move to Soul Point.
Whew, how chaotic it was, too. On the re-engage, they go for it. Jose gets back in. They do smite, and that's a very early 3 dragons for Team Liquid, setting up the super early soul in this game. Here's a look at the engage, though.
Tragic.
So they start out, get a little chunk there. Sven goes for a poke on Quid, and they get the gold card stun into Ambessa. But the
all right, so Ghostly Live. Here's the 3 things to know.
To gain some space afterwards too, but look at Morgan.
3 things to know. If you get 4 dragons, you get a permanent super buff where it gives. So if you get the which soul is it? Is it Infernal? You get the Infernal Soul. Every team gets additional damage. So your weapons do more damage because you have the Infernal Soul, and you have it for the rest of the match.
Exactly. Now there's that pressure on C9. 4 minutes from now,
there's 3 lanes. In each lane, there are 3 turrets. You got to blow up enough turrets to get yourself to the other team's base and blow it up. You can actually just go down 1 lane, but you also, if you get the first row that it's in the base, you can see here, these in the base right here. That's called an inhibitor. You knock that inhibitor down, and then your minions start to spawn some super minions that look like Transformers that do extra damage. I can't remember if it's triple normal damage, but it helps you take out the turrets faster. And then this purple dragon right here gives you a 3-minute buff where all of your minions and cannons do extra damage.
I think that's when C9's going to have more of an opportunity. to make some picks, try to make some plays. But that clock I mentioned, that was 4 minutes.
So the weapons are complicated, the healing's complicated, and then in the middle right here, it shows you if they have flash up. That yellow icon that looks like somebody sprinting is your flash. So when it goes fully yellow again, that means you have your flash up. And each champion has an ultimate like Valorant.
This team has gone to more internationals than
you get it with time instead of
international appearances
getting orbs and such.
The second place is Team Liquid, tied with TSM at 10. So if C9
Team Liquid has gone, I mean, Cloud9 has gone to the most internationals of any team in League of Legends history, but they haven't gone since 2023. They've lost 8 straight qualification matches. Today would be 9.
And they earn themselves that spot at MSI alongside Lion. They earn the opportunity to play
The winner of this match goes to MSI. The winner of this match plays against Lion tomorrow to win the Spring Split. The winner of the Spring Split also goes to Esports World Cup, along with Sentinels. Along with Sentinels, because Sentinels won the qualifying tournament where we beat Cloud9 and we beat FlyQuest twice. T1 are the GOATs of League of Legends. They have won 6 world championships because they also have the GOAT player in Faker. The amazing thing about Faker is he won championships in like 13, 15, 16, and then 23, 24, 25. He won the world championship.
In time for the Dragon anyway, so might as well fish. Doesn't quite actually.
And so the turrets each have 4 plates on top. So you can see those little dashes on top of the turret. Each plate you take gives you gold. And then these little things running around here in the middle are your minions, and they just run around and try and do damage to the towers. They technically can do damage to the champion, but after level 1, they kind of don't matter. Cloud9 went 7-0 in the split, won their first playoff game, but now once we got to the qualification matches, they are not winning. But historically, Cloud9 is the dominant team in League of Legends. They've been to the most internationals in the history of the LCS.
Up on the top side, ready with the ultimate.
All right, here we go. So this is a big fight here in 30 seconds because if Liquid gets this, they then have a huge advantage going forward. For the rest of the match, they have extra damage for every time they hit you with any weapon.
Team Liquid takes control over the Dragon Pit area.
Ghostly Live, C9 is not having the greatest day or week because they lost last weekend also.
Over the small circle, Flabber, the HP bar slowly being chipped away, down to about 100 here as he continues taking damage.
20 minutes in, it's 0-0. Brazil-Morocco. Spoiler alert.
Fires the Mystic Shot over the wall, hits a target.
Exod 4392. We're locked in with this roster. The great thing about the Esports World Cup qualifier is they did get an extra 7 matches in. Core. The Stand United from Morgan.
They get it down to 5%, but it's not enough.
Okay, so what are they going to do here? Core's going to base.
C9 continuing to try to fight forward. They don't want to let TL.
This is big if Team Liquid gets this, or if they win the fight. Either thing is going to kind of end the game. So the problem for C9 is they need to win this and not lose the fight, but they're about to lose the fight and the Dragon. Oh, no. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Wait. When I turned away from the soccer match, something big happened.
With the team fight.
Cloud9, I mean, they force-scored Jay all the way back to base, and yet still Team Liquid stick around.
Morocco.
They take the fight 4v5, while Cloud9 are trying to damage the Dragon, and Flowers, they take the soul. Huge bonus here for Team Liquid.
Morocco.
Again,
wow.
has to go back to base.
I got to check on Cortez.
Had been depleted even though he lived. And so Morgan and Jose, they just walk right up. Morgan doing so much here, gains a lot of space. They focus in onto them.
Oh, wow, that was a clean breakaway.
They push them out.
That was
clean. Had been zoning out the bottom lane and is still there to close the door.
Oh, that was a nice shot.
Onto Thanatos.
Wow, he broke open, chipped it over the goalie. That was big.
Powerhouse of a wall on the outside.
That was big.
And TL win the fight 4v5. Take the Dragon Soul as their reward.
In a game that the gold has been about 1,000 apart the entire time, the value of a Dragon Soul is so massive for tipping the scales in the favor of Team Liquid. But now we've got 26 minutes on the clock. No Elder Dragon.
I think people say it's like
Baron is the big thing that should be
5K gold, so it makes a big advantage. Whoa, whoa, Brazil and C9. Whoa, with the Brazil slander. That's rough.
Hope is dwindling for them.
Hope is dwindling.
Games 1 and 2
We're going rough.
Handled by Team Liquid so steadily. In game number 3, already with the Dragon Soul on top of the gold lead, very confidently setting up the vision control around Baron. And just keep your Shen on bottom side. He's going to have his Stand United soon. He's going to have his teleport soon as well. So they're going to have all the options in the world for Team Liquid. Blabber had been hovering on the side lane.
This would be a miracle comeback for Cloud9. I got it to that right now.
Doesn't really overextend when unnecessary. Doesn't really open himself up as a possible counterplay. And since Blabber's on the bottom side of the map, Team Liquid, they're actually going for this just to start it out with Jose himself.
Hydration break, the funniest part of World Cup 2026.
The ward thrown into the brush there by Morgan, spots Blabber and Thanatos. The jungler and the top laners down here, but remember, Blabber has the unsealed spellbook. He's going to make a teleport into his own jungle to try to move in and maybe steal this away. It's too little, it's too late, it's Baron for Team Liquid.
Well, Flowers.
Oh no, no.
Everything on the map.
This is like 12-5.
Here, they are looking to sweep Cloud9 out of Arizona, out of playoffs,
out of MSI, out of everything until Summer Split starts. Twisted Fate ulti gonna be popped again just to see what TL is up to.
Blake Max, what they decided was, because some of the games it's going to be really hot, then they decided to go ahead and just do it for every game. Instead of figuring out, oh, this game we need to do it, they just made it part of every game. Oh no, it's GG. It's just GG. Because they're dead and they have those Barons, they're going to just do so much damage. It's over. It's just over. It's over. Let's just all accept the fact that it's over.
It's pedal to the metal.
It's over.
5v3 for the next 20 seconds.
It's over.
As they force their way into the base.
They're going to do it, Flowers. Team Liquid moving in to finish it.
C9
are they really going to finish it here? Are they really? They're not finishing it here, are they?
Shield from the power siphon enough to keep him going. First Nexus turret already removed.
Oh, Thanatos isn't back. It's over. It's just over. Is it over? Is it over? No! Say it ain't so! Oh no!
C9 still defending, but the Nexus turret's
Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh no, Thanatos will not be back in time. GG! No! No, 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 no!
He's going to MSI. Team Liquid is going to the finals, and they will sweep Cloud9 out of Arizona.
Oh no. No. No.
Huge stuff for Team Liquid. They have regained their form at the correct time here, taking down FlyQuest, now taking down Cloud9.
That is so
and
rough.
Marching their way towards a rematch with Lion. This time, it will be in the finals.
So tomorrow's TL Lion. Winner goes to Esports World Cup, along with Sentinels, who won the qualifier.
In playoffs when they need to most. Starting to make
all
those
I can say
rumors
is,
about the TL Super Team feel real. Showing what they're made of. Everybody on the team.
All I can say is, wow.
The third game much slower than the first two, but they got what
APA. See, APA's really laughing, I guess, because he's like, hey, what about me?
To keep people alive with the Stand United. And then at the
Out season, Faker was with T1 since he was a teenager.
The game, the series, and Cloud9 split ends.
Team Liquid looking very good here. Quid.
Yeah, the issue, Harry, was that even though some days it'll be fine, they just decided, let's just go with doing it every time so it's not confusing, and then everyone can just plan on it's always.
What a showing from TL. They had to battle FlyQuest all the way to a Game 5 to get here, and now they have
all I can say is, wow.
Date with Lion tomorrow, and Kangas
no, Faker won 6 championships with T1, not C9. Sorry.
Thank you very much, Flowers. Jose, congratulations. A 3-0 sweep in the elimination match. Means you're going to MSI and you get a chance of a rematch against Lion tomorrow. But first off, I want to talk about that match that just happened. What was that like from your perspective? That felt like an email.
Yeah, it was fast. I don't know. I don't know. I think they didn't fight too much. I felt like they were giving a lot of stuff for free. So.
Uh-oh, he's kind of making fun of him.
I felt like you were targeted, especially in that game too, on the Trundle. You know, they all in on you multiple times. What was that like from your perspective? Because a lot of people were like, ooh, we don't like the Trundle here. So how do you feel like you were able to pull that off?
I mean, we saw it in LPL, especially it's good into Jarvan because there is no interaction. I don't know, I got bombed at one point and I was like, ah, damn. 3 times got bombed in a row and then I died like a noob. But it's fine, it was fun.
It was fun.
Again, a 3-0, very, very fast series right there. And I want to give you an opportunity to talk first to the Team Liquid fans because they showed up, they were cheering, let's go Liquid all day. So what was it like for you being able to perform and give them a win today?
No, really funny. I think I love the energy of the people.
Faker is John Wick.
I didn't get to play on station in A anytime, so
he just shows up.
I love the energy.
Faker is the opposite of someone who chokes. He's kind of average during the regular season, then he gets really good at the end of the season, and then he's the best player in the world at champs.
On stage in North America. Do you feel
and
like
he turns into John Wick at the World Championships.
And the boos from C9, those fans were booing you when you were walking out.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's very fun to play with the energy of the people. I think it makes the games more interesting, you know. When you're playing, it's like, ooh, big stage, you know. So I don't know. I feel like it's good for me. I like it. Very funny.
Do you feel like you can get used to being on stage in North America?
Yeah, I mean, the fans here are like very good. Like they're having a lot of fun too when they're throwing stuff, you know, it's very funny.
Spanish Rice, LOL. Welcome to the stream. Sleepy Snipes. Okay, so we will be back again tomorrow for the match at 1 o'clock. So again, after the Valorant matches, you can roll over here and watch the grand finals of the Spring Split. It should be more competitive tomorrow. This was crazy.
I will say he's very smart when it comes to playoff. I think he changes all the play style like he's doing.
And we'll do some more jersey giveaways. All right.
I think it will be a funny match.
Here's what we're going to do. At the end of the interview, I'll run.
Fun like today, you know? Just do the same.
Just having fun, lower the pressure. There's a lot of fans out there, English speaking as well as Spanish speaking. Do you have any message?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the World Cup off stream, I guess.
Also representing a whole other region.
Maybe I'll make it to halftime. You always, the one issue about watching the game together is everybody's watching at a different moment. Because you never know, depending on if you're watching on internet, on cable, like you're all watching it at different times.
A complete sweep.
Stomp. Big shellacking.
Where'd your broom go, Rev? I mean,
Ghost of Live, the easiest way to contact someone is post a comment to YouTube content that you either like or don't like or ideas you have. Just go onto the YouTube channel and post a comment. They read all the comments.
Yes, they have.
Yeah, that's the hardest part is syncing everybody because it's not like when Tarek's like connecting with Psalm and you have 2 people to connect. It's just too complicated. Everybody's 5 seconds off and it's all spoilers all the time.
The entire series. The Zyricon in game 1 into the Nocturne, the victor in that last game, it's really working for them. So we have to give credit to Team Liquid. We're going to continue to talk about the series, but for now, Kangas has Blabber for an interview.
Oh no. Blabber. Oh no, this is going to be really sad.
Blabber, thank you for doing this.
Oh no.
It's tough after a loss.
Talk about sad.
Talk on the mic, but I just want to start off. What happened from your perspective in that 0-3 versus Team Liquid?
I think in the last game we just kind of, we had some really bad plays. We kind of had pretty bad plays throughout the series. I think in game 2 we should never have lost that grub fight. I think it was pretty misplayed on our end and just a lot of misplayed fights I think in the last 2 series. And then also we just got caught too much. But I think TL just played better than us.
Sometimes that's what happens on the day. And I got to say, it's been a long time. The fans were definitely behind you, had a lot of faith in C9. Hearing that a lot are still behind you. That being said, it feels like there's this hurdle that C9 has struggled to get across lately, and that is the international representation. It's been a while since we've seen you on the international stage. So what do you think's going on there? Like, what do you think the reason is from your perspective as a player?
I'm not sure exactly the reason. I think that we definitely have been playing a lot worse these last 2 weeks than we have the whole split, but I mean,
Boom!
So,
Oh no, is this gonna count? Did this count? Wait, did this count?
3 teams get to go. What are you going to be working on yourself? And also, what do you think the team's going to be working on heading into summer split now to make sure that you can get across that finish line and finally make it back to internationals?
I think we are going to Korea because of the boot camp from Riot. So
They're going to go to Korea to
that's gonna
boot
be really
camp,
cool,
but
and
hey.
I'm hopeful that we're going to be able to, practice against the best teams and, level up from there.
All right, Classic Boot Camp. Now, you're not going to be participating tomorrow, but I still want to get your thoughts on it. You just played Team Liquid. You played against Lion a lot this split as well. Who do you think takes the Spring Split Championship?
I think it's going to be very close, but I think TL's going to win.
It's tradition, root for the team that knocks you out, right? Any final message you have for the fans out there that have been cheering you on? Cloud9 fans have been awesome and loud all day.
That was a nice shot there.
I'm sure they'll still be here tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks for coming out, guys. I really appreciate the support. This is my first time just on a stage in a while, with a lot of fans. So I really enjoyed playing here, and thanks for coming out. Sorry we weren't able to win, but hopefully you enjoy the finals tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Blabber. Best of luck in the summer. That's it from us. Back to the lounge.
Yeah, thanks a lot to Blabber for being able to
What a
take
class
that
act,
interview.
honestly.
Yeah, that is tough.
I would be so mad after a loss like this. I would give the absolute worst interview. Like, that was so well done from him, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, really, really classy.
There are definitely some questions that are hard to answer in the moment, especially after a series like that. I think one of the hardest ones, like, I haven't been making it to an international stage. It's like, damn, I don't know. I was like, it feels bad.
If I knew, I'd tell you. I would have fixed it.
I thought I'd have it solved.
If I knew, I would tell you.
Team Liquid.
The boys.
Yeah. Right here posing
the boys.
After qualifying. And I just feel like...
Oh, there's Steve locked in.
On the dive all year long, and we did our preseason power rankings, talking about the idea that on paper, the team that you would think should be...
That is wild.
Right? Yeah. And
well, at least it's a good match for Team SEN.
Quid is playing so well, and they have really solidified their play style. So I do think it makes it so exciting for this battle against Lion, where they're going to be playing for the title
crazy.
And have an opportunity to get a bit of a revenge for what was a really close series a couple weeks ago against Lion.
I think also
that was hard to believe.
Like, as you saw
that wasn't even competitive.
Congratulating the players, you could just see how emotional some of the players were to qualify for an international kind of a. I know we've talked so much about like the external pressure and the fan pressure and their own internal pressure. Not
competitive at all.
But that pressure was also very apparent on TL, especially with the interactions between the players and their coaching staff. And you could just see the relief kind of shedding off of them as they stepped up.
Yeah, even just in front of us, like watching them right after taking the picture, Spawn looked like he just like took a sigh of relief, right? Like that is a moment you really do want. And even going way back in off season, to your point, like I had them as first and then jumped off the train. I think a lot of people would have jumped off the train.
I think the moment you jumped off the train, they got better.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
they're calling him the full curse. Full curse has been called.
I didn't mean it like that.
In multiple ways.
Player of the game in that last one.
Go see live. That was brutal. What was worse today, Cloud9's loss or G2's loss? Whoa.
You and I were both player of the game.
It's really more of a team effort.
Yeah.
Wow, the crazy thing is those 3 games, none of them were close. That's true. G2's still in the tournament. None of those games were close. Like 20 minutes on, Liquid just bullied them all 3.
And didn't know how to advance the game. And then
Desi Cat saying neither. Both were just pure joy.
They haven't been aligned this entire year.
Yeah.
But then I feel like within that.
Go see live. What G2 does is not win internationals. Although who knows, maybe they'll make a lower bracket run. But they kind of got set up where now they have to play foot in the lower bracket.
Team fights. And like Quid knew he needed to contest a midway, but they didn't know how to do it together. And it really does feel like they have solved those things. Core on Engage and our player of the series, Quid, as the hard carry. They're playing around him so
Quid
well
really stepped
when
up.
they need to, and he is absolutely excelling.
They are firing on all cylinders. And I want to point out, yes, just looking at how Quid has been playing in the last couple series, he has just been the same Quid we have known him at his peak when he was on 100 Thieves. But also, just the interview that we had on stage with Jose Dioto, where any like pressure-based question and how he's dealing with it, he is just like completely judo flipping and pushing them away.
Yeah, and I think you can tell how much fun they're having as well, which is also something that I felt like it took a long time for TL to find a balance on, because they were like, maybe we're having
You missed John by 3 meters? That's brutal.
And we need to like buckle down. But I think talking to Quid last week, and he's like, yeah, like I make those noises because I'm having a lot of fun like playing the game. Jose talking about how fun this series was for him, and how the pressure kind of sheds off of him because of how much fun he's
Now, come on,
having.
how old is Casemiro?
Also really great signs for TL going forward.
Yeah, they absolutely are.
Somebody,
I mean, obviously
let's see, I guess I'm going to have to Google it.
C9, and they just lost 6 games.
How old is Casemiro is the
TL
question of the
also
day.
on what, 9-1 now in lower brackets on a run to the finals, and they got to play on Saturday. I talked to them pros last week with Jose and Inspired, and you know, they were talking about like the idea that lower bracket is still the advantage because it's less stressful if you qualify into, you know, finals. You know you're going to be playing finals. Inspired's like, yeah, it feels better because I know I'm going to MSI. It's less stress. Yeah. But he still thought it was an advantage
Casemiro's
to play on
34.
Saturday, get used to the
Are you
stage,
kidding
get used
me?
to the crowd. And if you win on Saturday, you're really
That's
excited.
pretty
You have
crazy
all that
for
adrenaline, you're pumped up, you're feeling great. And so that
footballer.
is going to keep that momentum rolling here for TL that is on a 9-1 lower bracket run.
What's interesting is that in a team meeting after a series, Morgan mentioned, and he put out in content from Team Liquid, he's like, if he felt that if they beat FlyQuest, that they'll win the league. Like
that was the boogeyman for them.
Yeah, it felt like they were.
That is so wild for Cloud9. 9 straight international qualification matches.
A pressure point for them, and they have been playing stress-free the entire
They went
time.
7-0 in the split. They won their first playoff round easily. They had 2 shots to make MSI. They lost them both. That is so brutal.
Let's look at the bracket.
I said Cloud9 used to be the org that just clutched up. All right, so tomorrow, 1 o'clock again, Lion versus TL. The winner wins the split and therefore qualifies for Esports World Cup along with Sentinels, who won the qualifier. In the qualifier, Sentinels did beat Cloud9 and FlyQuest. Sentinels beat Liquid in the kickoff playoffs. That's why Sentinels came in 3rd in the kickoff tournament.
5 games.
Sentinels won the Esports World Cup qualifier and then came in 5th in this split, losing in the playoffs.
They're in Arizona. Hang around because we're going to be having a press conference with our finalists very shortly. Stay there. Check that out. We will be back tomorrow.
Yeah, MSI, the 1st seed is huge versus the 2 seed because the 2 seed has to play in a play-in bracket with the Korean 2 seed, and you must win the play-in. The play-in at MSI is brutal.
To watch us.
You better be there for that.
It's 4 teams or 5 teams with a Korean team, no Chinese team because they won the first stand. LEC 2 seed, LCS 2 seed, Korea 2 seed, and APAC 2 seed. The winner of the play-in gets the winner of the play-in only gets into the tournament. 7 teams are in the tournament, all the winners of the respective leagues, plus the number 2 seed from China, since China won the first tournament. But yeah, so 6 winning teams, plus the 2 seed from China, plus the winner of the play-in.
In a professional game,
kind of brutal
series that will qualify you for MSI if you win it. These guys are locked in.
Desi Cat got home just in time for Game 4. Oh wait, they got swept.
Keep going. Nice. Almost enter, but okay. I think we can
Yeah, whoever wins tomorrow is in MSI. Whoever loses tomorrow is kind of not in MSI. Yeah, Avocado, Pablo, it's rare that LCS teams do changes until after Worlds, or after teams don't make Worlds. I can't believe how easy that was for Liquid today.
Liquid is going to the finals, and they will sweep Cloud9 out of Arizona.
Des, you have to come back tomorrow for some more giveaways. All right, thank you all for showing up. I'll run some ads before all right, I guess I'll watch the last 7 minutes of the World Cup before I sign off.